I'm gonna put us as
What
live
about
so I can
offhand?
tell
What do I do
people,
with that one?
or I'll be live anyway. For people who are watching, we're gonna be starting just a few minutes here. Just waiting for our last few people. All right, guys, welcome back to Council of Thieves. So we last left off. I made the picture really big over here so everyone can see it. You guys delved deep into the extra dimensional vault known as the Asmodean Knot, kind of like a secret keep safe place for the mayors of West Crown, where you found basically, as Eric often refers to it, the MacGuffin here, which is the Chelish Crux. The Chelish Crux is this like dodecahedron, I believe is the correct 3D shape. Looks like a D12, and it is this crazy elaborate puzzle box with like red inlay on like hardwood surface. Um, Seems to have some kind of complex mechanism to unlock it. However, you guys did retrieve it. You are still inside while the outside world and the mayor's house continues to party. But technically, you have finished book two, which was the sixfold trial, which brings us into Council of Thieves, book three, What Lies in Dust. You guys have pretty much cleared out everything that is down here, killed off a whole ton of monsters, devils, undead, this weird, messed up monster that is a mixture of a bearded devil and an oligeg or whatever. Um, what do you think you guys are doing here as you prep to go out?
I think we got everything we wanted to do, right?
Yeah,
In
you
here?
went to all the rooms for sure.
I guess we can just go back to the mirror and head out.
All right. As you guys kind of pop back out of the mirror, at this point the party and just even the guards are so out of it. If you want, you guys could just slip away unless there's specifically anything else you are trying to do in the party.
Not the party. Something.
Say that again. You kind of cut out
Didn't
a
we
little bit.
talk about looting?
What?
Didn't we talk about looting the manor or something?
Yeah, I mean it's possible. Everybody's high out their gourd.
All right. I'm gonna say if you guys want to make, we're gonna abstract it a little bit because there's obviously so much rich stuff in the mayor's house. Um, if you guys want to make a group stealth check, all of you make a stealth check. We'll see what the total successes are, and then I'm gonna roll to see how much loot you can get away with here.
I'm gonna.
I'll just put us back on the
Let me
mayor's
pull
map
them.
for the fun of it.
I'm going to use my teamwork feat change to change my outflank into stealth strategy.
Oh hell yeah! Okay, you kind of like start coaching the group, and you like use all their best
Well,
attributes to like.
Only I get the action
Oh, only you
benefit
get
of
it?
the
Okay.
stealth synergy. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be taking that 18 unless. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You take the 18 on that.
Which means it's actually a 15 in total, which isn't awful.
That's, I mean, considering these guys are, like you said, high out of their gourd, it's pretty good. 15's pretty good. And then how's our sneaky monk doing, Malachi? Oh, we got an 8. Sorry, I didn't see that roll.
Yes.
My bad. Fucking ignore me.
Susan's playing lookout because he knows he can't sneak at all.
All right, Susan's just like kind of scoping the distance. All right, let's use our Council of Thieves dice here. Okay. All right. How long do you guys think you are like trying to pull this off before like cutting your losses and leaving?
Before dawn.
For dawn. Okay, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
in that
what-
case,
what time is it though?
it is as you guys come out of that like sub dimension and head down. Well, you're probably able to see from the attic. There's some small windows up there. It's probably like early in the AM right now. You guys left the party and then came back out of the dungeon. Slept, went back in. So this is the second day. It's probably earlier evening actually. It's probably about like the sun has started to set, probably like 5 or 6 o'clock. So it's not dark enough yet that you're at risk of shadow beasts, but it's getting there.
Oh, we don't care about Shadow Beast.
2 or 3 hours.
Stop farming my fucking shadow beasts. Okay, so you guys are gonna you walk by countless like room after room of just partiers. People are like making out, drinking, their drugs. People are like breaking into the kitchens to get even more of these like insanely delicious food items they wouldn't normally be able to afford. And in the midst of all that, you start taking like various paintings. Like you take a dagger, cut them out of the frame, robber style, roll them up. You find like loose statuettes from Garund and the Mwangi Expanse, ancient Osirian pharaoh death masks, all these like just rich people stuff, And between all of that, since these are all technically treasure items, you guys are with that 15 stealth, without risking being caught, going to be able to steal about 5,000 gold pieces worth of treasure from the mayor. And that is a treasure item, so that's sell for full.
Wait, all treasure sells for full?
I mean that like
Yeah.
if it's like a treasure
Well,
item, like gems,
treasure.
statues, not like weapons and shit. That's half.
No, I know, but like the art of a scenic journey through Osirian is a treasure item, right?
Yeah.
Or an early Andoran philosophy book. I had no idea treasure items sold for full.
Mhm.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you took a look at that party loot list, but I called out items that were specifically, treasure.
Yeah, all that stuff is treasures full. Sorry I didn't make that clear enough, but yeah, it's just like it kind of makes sense. Like it would suck if in this game where like you went into some like pharaoh's tomb and found a bag of like diamonds, and you came back out and the guy was like, "You found that shit, half price for those diamonds at best." Like fuck you, I know those were in a tomb. Yeah, so you guys bandy out of the party. The rain luckily has stopped from that first night, and in just fancy clothes. You guys just make your way through the city. No one really stops you. Maybe a few shout you guys out as you're now getting a bit more famous around town here. Are you guys like stopping to shop for? Well, most of the shops are probably gonna be closed now. But are you guys wanting to do anything before returning to like the abandoned district and your like home base, that abandoned Temple of Aridin?
Don't think so.
Yeah, I've got nothing
Okay.
special
Well,
tonight.
we're probably too burdened by the treasure right now. So
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
Well, we do have the handy haversack. We can shove everything.
Oh yeah, you could fit a good amount in the handy haversack. I'd say you would probably be going for stuff that was like, like light but valuable. Like you're not trying to like steal a bunch of like statues from his house. Although that would be an incredibly petty move that I would support. So that being said, I'm just gonna drop us back on the city map for a hot second here. Got the safe house down here. As you guys enter the safe house, the two leaders aren't there right now. But immediately you run back into Aelin. This being the Pathfinder venture captain that sent you guys in search of the Chalice Crux. It seems like she was like basically as soon as you do the secret knock, enter the safe house, she's like immediately standing there. It's like, well, how did it go? It's been days. I know that was part of the plan, but still.
Mission accomplished. We've retrieved the Asmodean.
The Crux.
We got a big old angle
Crux.
weirdy thing.
She's like,
Hurts
yes.
my eyes to look at.
Excellent. Can I see it? Yeah, you guys remember from last time, like it's weird. It has some weird spatial effects, so that even though it's like looking at a D12, you can like for some reason see the sides you can't see. It's really trippy looking. She's like, all right, look, now that we have this, I've been poring over the research books, and I've gathered some information in advance of us successfully opening the Crux and investigating Delvehaven. If you all have time, I'd like to share with you what I've found.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Susan looks around, checks his empty wrist. Yeah, go for it.
All right, thank you. So, ready for a little bit of a lore dump here, but here we go. All right. In late 4605 AR, a pathfinder named Dauntless Bisbee returned to West Crown from a mission to the Mwangi Expanse, a mission which we previously believed to have been lost. Bisbee's unexpected return brought about much celebration, despite the fact that of the dozens who traveled with him to the southern jungles, only he and his chronicler returned. Word soon spread that Bisbee's journals would revolutionize what was known about certain lost tribes of the Mwangi, and that he brought back with him a potent artifact. Yet, before his journals were published, the great god Eredin died. Upon Eredin's death, panic seized Cheliax. Details of what happened in Delvehaven are sparse, but it seems that the majority of the Pathfinders stationed in West Crown, Bisbee included, perished in the riots and mayhem. Worse still, his journal and all of Delvehaven's artifacts were cut off from the society for over 30 years. In 4674, many years after House Thrun seized control of Cheliax, they made a great show of reopening Delvehaven and inviting a few Pathfinders back to run it. Of course, none of this was the choice of the Grand Lodge in Absalom. The House of Thrun only agreed to the reopening if Chelish Pathfinders of their choosing were allowed to manage the site. We were, as a society, reluctantly forced to agree to these conditions. Securing an accurate list of what had and hadn't survived in the vaults was a political nightmare. The House of Thrun and their little pet Pathfinders reported that nothing of value remained, but they were resistant to letting anyone from outside make their own inventory. To the public, the lodge seemed to be run by the society, But in truth, we have very little idea what exactly happened in Delvehaven during those years. The whole situation seemed to come to a head with a seemed to be coming to a head with a full-on clash between the House of Thrune and the Society imminent. But as things worked out, Delvehaven didn't remain active under Thrune control. In 4676, mere 2 years later, something happened in Delvehaven that caused the deaths of all the Thrune Pathfinders, and its subsequent sealing by the government itself. Now, the House of Thrune has to this day refused to open Delvehaven or allow the Society access to the Lodge, and between various conflicts with the Aspis Consortium and the House of Thrune and other parts of Cheliax, we have been effectively distracted from the Delvehaven legacy. The general consensus in the Society today is that Thrune looted Delvehaven to the root, and that nothing of value remains. But I'm not so sure. Over the past several months, I've grown more and more intrigued by the unexplained mysteries of exactly what happened here in Delvehaven. Of course, more interest to you West Crown natives, I've learned a bit about the artifact Bisbee returned with, an artifact that was in the Delvehaven at the time of Eridan's death, and yet has not been seen since. The notes on it are vague, alas, but from the report sent from Delvehaven just before the god's death, it would appear that it was an artifact, having ties to some sort of dualistic religion between light and shadow. The fact that it was only a few weeks after the House of Thrune closed up Delvehaven that the shadow beasts first started to appear cannot be a coincidence. I suspect they found this artifact in Delvehaven, but in doing so triggered the defenses and caused something. I'm not saying that the source of the shadow beast is in Delvehaven, or even if the artifact is involved, but in my experience as a venture captain, there are no coincidences. Now, that was a lot for me to pass on to you to take in. Do you have any questions so far?
I'm sorry, I lost track. Could you repeat everything, please?
You see, in late 4605 AM... So yeah, she gives you this. I'm gonna put all that in the Discord chat for you guys, because that is like an insane amount of lore to hit you with at the top of a book. Fascinating nonetheless. So just some key highlights, this whole, deal she's gotten into with getting to Delvehaven, seems like she thinks there is still some good stuff down there. Not only that, an artifact that this guy Bisbee and his chronicler brought back. As promised, she said this could be evidence of what exactly started the whole Shadow Beast problem here. But with that knowledge, she kind of turns to us. She's like, "But for now, I don't have much. I don't know much more than that. Perhaps we could try to open the crux."
But I don't even like looking at it. What happens when you open it?
You see she, like, her eyes kind of glow. She has a little bit of magic in her. She tries to use some detect magic on this thing and try to identify it. And she's like, from my research in the various auras of moderate conjuration it's giving off, I would say, at least in some capacity, the crux is similar to a bag of holding, with an interior space larger than the exterior would suggest. I mean, it's only about 6 inches now, but could hold a much larger interior. There might be a few extra hidden features on it that I can't determine. It looks as if it is a sort of puzzle box. Have any of you tried to unlock it yet?
I can try throwing it against the wall really hard.
She's like, I don't know. I'd be worried what would happen with the stuff inside.
There's stuff inside the crux.
I can give it a go if you guys want.
Well, hang on. Should we even do this here? Should we more go to not in
a more remote area?
Yeah, more remote location instead of inside our hidden base here?
She's just like,
Um,
not a bad idea. Yes, let's go. Perhaps we
can
just
go
take.
to the Bastards of Arame's home base, the abandoned one.
Oh yeah, you got the Bastards of Erebus.
Erebus. There you go.
Do you guys want to go hang out there
Yeah.
before you open it?
That's Susan's fault.
I love that it's just stair based now. Hell yeah. So you guys can head over there, use it as a secure base here. You go back in there. There's still a lot of like bodies of various tieflings and stuff inside that you guys have killed. But it doesn't appear that anyone else has moved in.
Oh, gross. So they're starting to rot now and everything.
Oh yeah, they're not great. It's pretty gross down there. No one, believe it or not, has gone to this secret base under the old church in the abandoned part of the city since you left. With that, Zakana, you said Zakana would want to try to open it here.
If they want me to, yeah.
Okay. As you do, you're gonna have to make a series of disable device checks here, as you kind of take time to examine the different parts and possible combinations that this puzzle box could have.
Is it mechanical or magical?
Kind of a mix of both. It seems the outline of each, like, you know, those inscriptions on it, you can like touch the runes as a sort of key. Every time you do, it glows with a soft red light. But I'll say after like, you know, one just trial run, you realize that if you get it too wrong or get the runes out of order, they all flash and it heats up with a little bit of fire damage.
So it does count as a magic trap, kind of?
It can be. It doesn't. You don't need magic to open it. I'll say that. It is in itself a magical
Does it count as a
item.
magical trap? Oh, okay, cool. So it's a physical trap then.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, cool. Let's give it a go.
All right, make your first check. All right, the 28. You start pressing these different runes, and one side of the crux, and that's like a few of the like one section of the sides, like 3 different spaces light up here on like the D12 shaped box. Go ahead and make another one. That's gonna be with an additional +1.
So just add +1 to this. Right?
Yep. That is another success. Another 3 light up, glowing red. The various, like, you know, pentagrams and devil heads start to glow. You see that you've caused half of them to begin glowing at this point. You need to make 2 more successes. Again, this is with another +1. So now you have this next roll will be a
That's
+2.
unlucky. Just add it to my roll.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
All right. With that one, that'll bring it to a 23. That one is a fail. You're going to take 2 points of fire damage. It briefly burns you. You see they start to flash. You think you have like a couple seconds here to make another attempt before the whole process starts over. So go ahead and make another check.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, you can double tap. So you make a check which fixes the problem. Then you make 1 more success, at which point all of the panels light up. They begin pulsing red, kind of to the like beating of a heart, just da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. And the box unfolds into roughly the shape of a cross. These like big panels. It keeps unfolding to reveal a space of, you know, in 3-dimensional space is probably about like 6 feet, it seems like. Much bigger than the initial 6 inches. Now, you can see that there are some objects that have been revealed. However, there is something on top of the objects that more immediately catches your attention. Give me 1 sec here. You guys see the severed head of a devil. And as you see it lying there, its mouth opens, its eyes go wide, and it starts screaming as loud as it can. What do you guys do as this thing just starts babbling in infernal and yelling?
What's it saying in Infernal?
So in infernal, it's a lot of like cursing her master, being trapped for years, treated badly. Devils are the superior outer planar race. Just all this random stuff. It seems a little nonsensical. And then she starts like listing like various just words that mean nothing. You know, just saying like fire, devil, damage, like just lots of random shit.
Susan starts trying to sing it a lullaby.
Okay, Sakana tries to stuff a cloth in its mouth, and it's kind of just like muffled yelling at this point. Susan just starts like slowly like humming this like old Serenite lullaby in the background.
We cannot take another
Um,
cloth and proceeds this season.
Give me you can make a sense motive check on the head or a heal check as you stare at this like insane shit that's going on. Ooh, nice. Okay, so assisting that sense motive up to a 24 already. That is going to be enough. You think that this devil clearly is like one of the devils that is immortal, and it survived without its body for who knows how long. There's a difference, however, between being immortal and having a mind that could take being immortal trapped in a dark extra-dimensional space for like decades. She's fully insane. You think you have a few options here. You could try to talk her out of it, or perhaps use some sort of healing to help her. Those of you who have spellcraft could try to figure out what exactly you could do for that. Or buy her a therapist. Yes, I could find a rate for therapists in West Crown if you so choose. Healthcare for devils in a devil-controlled Cheliax, pretty good. Pretty good healthcare.
It's socialist figured.
What kind of check would we need?
Either a spellcraft or spellcraft or heal check.
I got some points, if we want to try that. I don't know.
Yeah, that would basically tell you how exactly you can like try to fix this. Okay. Malachi assisting Acro there. That is definitely a success. You think that there's a few things you could do. You could try to just straight up maybe it wouldn't permanently fix things, but like talk her around into a moment of lucidity with a diplomacy check. Alternatively, a lesser restoration or restoration spell would probably give her like at least some time of clarity in between bouts of madness. Restoration would make that last longer. Pretty much the only thing that would actually fix her forever would be like a greater restoration or above level magic.
Is it next day yet?
It's still that night that she
From
was waiting up from you, but
from the party though, like heals, restocking spells, all that.
So you guys haven't slept yet because you guys like brought her out to go look at this Chalice Crux.
Got it. Cool.
But you could rest if you guys like. You now know the combo, so there's like less of a time to deal with her. If you're not sure you want to know what to do with her yet, you could move her out of the way. You can see what else is hidden here.
Let's see what else is in the box first.
Okay, so first things first. There are 3 magical scrolls. Does anyone have read magic available? I know Akio's not here right now, so
I have read magic.
Oh,
Yes.
hell yeah. Sweet. Okay, so you would know that you have a scroll of heal, a scroll of remove curse, and a scroll of scrying. As you kind of, lift up that scroll case, flip through them, see what you have to work with there, you put that to the side. Next to that is a small silver box. As you open that, it contains 4 stubby gray candles. Give me a Pathfinder check. Give me a spellcraft check on these candles.
I think Akio's our only one with spellcraft.
Okay. I'm going to have her, since you actually brought Aelin with you, she's going to try to figure out. She's like, these are grave candles. You light them in the vicinity of mortal remains of any long dead mortal, and for a short period while the wick burns, a smoky apparition will appear, and kind of like necromancy magic, you'll be able to ask it some questions. Why would those be stored here? After that, you find 2 wands. These are actually labeled with a small note. It's a matched pair of wands made of slender oak. I'm going to put these in the Roll20 chat. Is a wand of break enchantment and a wand of death ward. Finally, under all of that, there is a leather-bound portfolio with a single letter in the front, embossed and very stylized, a capital letter D. She looks at these. These must be the Delvehaven papers. But she opens up. She's like, this was written by one of the Thrune Pathfinders, it seems. She passes you guys the note. Give me 1 sec here. I'm going to show you guys. It's a lot going on there. But that is the note that you guys find within the Chelish Crux. At this point, she's also like, this is excellent work so far. You did well to do this. Here, I was able to secure some things from the vault in Absalom. I brought this item along as a way of payment. So we're going to do a quick random item drop that Drow dropped you guys earlier. I was waiting for a bit farther in to do this. Let's say Acro. You want to do our roll today?
Sure. D12?
Yeah. Do you want armor and weapons to be a possibility, or just wondrous?
I mean, whatever.
Sure.
I think wondrous would probably be better.
All right. Cool. Let's just do. Go ahead and do a D12 and then a D100. Oh, I think none of the games have actually rolled this slot yet. That's a wrist slot. And you got a 48. Do. All right. These are. Ooh, I have to look up this item. I heard of them. They're called. Give me a spellcraft. Sorry, she's gonna give you a spellcraft. She got these from the vaults. You know what? She's just gonna straight up tell you. She tells you these gauntlets are known as the Seducer's Bane. It's like a slender silver bracelet worked in an intertwined design of 3 flowers. She tells you the flowers are an acacia, an aposnium, and a bilberry, symbolizing concealment, treachery, and falsehood.
You just made those words up.
I did not. Those are all real flowers. The bracelet gives you a +5 competence bonus on sense motive checks and a +5 resistance bonus on will saves against enchantment effects. If you make a successful will save against an enchantment, the caster of that spell incorrectly senses that the effect has worked. Additionally, the bracer's wearer knows an enchantment targeted him and the enchantment source. It creates an aura on the wielder visible to detect magic that matches the failed enchantment effect. So basically, in all ways, this will trick the person into thinking that their enchantment spell worked on you. Oh, it's Akana beat me to it. Yeah, but there's the link. So yeah, she passed you guys this like beautifully wrought silver bracelet. So I'm just gonna, as you guys look through the note, I'm gonna read you through it here. There's a lot to go on, so I'm just gonna try some of the highlights. But it was written to Mayor Vahid. You know, this is one of the previous mayors before the current mayor. Presented below is what I have been able to piece together regarding the Pathfinders who escaped notice after they sealed Delvhaden during the initial riots in the pre-Thrune unpleasantness. After the passage of some 70-odd years, it would seem likely that only Sivinshin still lives, and if you wish, I can send my agents north to Nidal to attempt to find him. I'll say that without a check, you guys know Nidal is the shadowy country to the north of Cheliax, where they worship Zon Cathan and like practice shadow magic. It's a very fucked up place. The use of any grave tallow to interrogate them, those who have been dead these past several decades, ironically makes them more available to interview than Sivinshin, provided we can find their remains. I am happy to report I've made some progress in that area. Cheliax is fucked up. In some ways, Nidal is worse. Basically, when Earthfall came, the whole calamity that like reset everything, the citizens of Nidal basically like forsook all their gods and were just like, yo, Zon Cathan, god of darkness and pain, we will forever pledge our country to you if you save us. And he was like, yeah, bet, but it's gonna be real bad. To the point where they have really powerful like shadow casters, and to recruit them, they will like kidnap kids from towns around the capital and like torture them while they train them. If they die, they will use their bodies as like practice undead. It's pretty bad. There's actually some really good Pathfinder novels that are set there. It's Blade of Shadows, I believe, is one of them. Highly recommend. So he lists a few different people. There's Dauntless Bisbee. You know, he was one of those survivors. He thinks Bisbee is inside the vaults. There is Ilneric Sivinshin. That was Bisbee's chronicler, a half-elf who fled towards Nidal. He thinks that perhaps he's a half-elf, maybe he's still alive. There is Coriana Heavenscape. She was a West Crown local and joined a resistance group, one of the bunch that tried to fight Thrune, but was, completely crushed. He knows that her remains are kept by the Sisters of Esseth. Go ahead and make a knowledge local check if anyone has it of the Sisters of Esseth. Okay, Malachi, you've heard about them. They actually still operate, and Zakana knows as well, they still operate in the ruined part of the city. It is a sect of nuns that are worshippers of Asmodeus. With the Nat 20, you would also know that they have developed a unique style of martial arts, completely original to the temple, where they will also use these crazy supersized throwing stars that are in the shape of pentagrams. But he seems
So
they're
it's
not friendly.
None Krav Maga.
Yeah. They all have monk levels essentially. They're pretty badass. It's a really fucked up Desna priest. Yeah. So he thinks they have the remains of one of the Pathfinders. Next is Lore Master Lyrium. He says that you should. There's more papers past this one. They're not images, so I'll just tell you what they are. But he's I suspect that Lore Master Lyrium wrote the poem I've attached here. Perhaps that could be a clue. And finally, there was Captain Ager Galfin. He was the venture captain there. it seems that he was petrified into stone and now belongs to a noble family who think he's just like a bust, even though it's actually his petrified corpse.
Huh.
He goes on to say that he thinks that a lot of the wards and knowledges would very much be able to be cracked by House Thrune if they could find these remains and interview the Pathfinders. In addition to this note here, there is like a whole bunch of ledgers and paperwork that they managed to salvage from Delvehaven. You think it's not of any use yet, but when you actually get inside Delvehaven, it would give you like immense bonuses to identify what's still there. Finally, there is a page of what it appears to have been torn from a back of a book. It is a poorly written poem called Cugny's Wedding, about a man who falls in love with a mermaid but drowns when he tries to seduce her. The poem is covered in spidery script, as is the folded parchment that cradles it. A quick study would reveal to you guys that the writer of the note you already read believed this poem was a code or a cipher that leads to a hidden cache of Pathfinder treasure that they kept off-site from Delvehaven in the case of like such an event that it was shut down. Those who want to can try to examine the poem in more detail.
Yeah, I'll attempt that.
All right.
Will's
You can either make an intelligence check or a linguistics check as you try to figure out what the fuck would be hidden in this poem.
Well, intelligence it is. Awesome.
Oh, linguistics though, that's gonna recover it. You try to puzzle. You start looking at the guy's notes and you realize that he was very much leading you astray and like did not lead you down the right path of reasoning. Zakana, being a little bit more versed because of your background in like cracking codes, you begin to piece things together. This poem contains coded instructions on how to get towards something called the Wave Door. Appears to be an off-site location where they stored stuff. Yeah, wave like ocean wave. Here, I'm gonna move the Devil's Head. It's across the bay over here, somewhere in this like little set of islands. You would very quickly determine the exact set of coordinates, is the exact area. But to get specifically which island, you'd either need to make a history or a geography check, if anyone knows that. Oh, that is the exact DC you need for the history check. Malachi is just like, oh, like of course it's got to be referring to like this little sub island here, like the last one in that chain of 3. Basically, God, my screen is messed up tonight. Basically, you know that once you are there, the cipher revealed by this poem, it stands you to stand on a black sand beach north of Wart Rock. It's you figure out it is the smallest of the islands. The actual wave door is about 300 feet out in the water. However, if you are able to activate a Wayfinder, a badge the Pathfinder Society uses, if you shine the Wayfinder's light on the water during the nighttime, the waves will part and allow you entrance into a below surface cave.
Get on with your bad self, Moses.
Yeah, it's got some Moses stuff going on. Do you guys tell Aelin about that? After she's like, what was the code? I don't recognize it.
See what it is the guy was in love with this mermaid, right? And he it says he drowned trying to seduce her, but it was really his own tears that caused it. It's very, very deep. I don't know if you know much about poetry. As a baron, I'm exposed to a whole lot of poems, so
Oh yeah, I forgot that she would have like retroactively, due to the magic, believe you guys were barons from the start. She's like, look, I know you're barons, but surely, give me a bluff check as you go off with this.
oh, that's not a bluff check at all. Susan isn't lying. He wasn't paying attention to these guys. These guys were like talking and
I feel like that's still a bluff check that you weren't paying attention.
okay, there you go.
She like looks over your shoulder at the poem and she's just like, none of what you just said was in that poem. She's like, listen, look, whatever, if you've cracked it, look, all I want to do is help. Some old cache of Pathfinder things. I care about Delvehaven itself. Now, I have an offer for all of you. Now, normally, it takes years of training and running through the gauntlet. It's a series of challenges to become a Pathfinder agent. However, I am a venture captain, and I have authority to give out a limited number of field promotions. If you would like...
You're going to deputize your barons?
Well, it never hurts to have a Pathfinder with political connections. What I'm saying is, you've done good work so far. The society would be lucky to have you. She reaches into her bag, and she's like, should you accept, I of course have these. They would be your badges of office as an agent, though I would caution you to keep them hidden from public view. The gods don't take too kindly to Pathfinders these days. She takes out like a small wooden box, and as she opens the lid, you can see nestled in like a bed of red velvet, there are 4 wayfinders. It's like a magical compass that can light up on command. Yeah, so they also give you a +2 on survival checks to avoid becoming lost. They can emit light as a light spell, cast level 5, as a standard action. They also have a slot for ion stones, if you ever find one of those.
Yeah, they do fun things with ion stones.
They actually, fun fact outside of this campaign, they were just discussing this in the Ruins of Aslant campaign. The Pathfinder Society copied a lot of tech from the ancient Aslanti ruins they found. And that's how they like piece together this ion stone technology in their compasses that will like empower those ion stones to do extra shit.
Well, what do you think, guys? Should we join?
I don't see why not. Yeah.
I might be a little too excited about the prospect to think clearly. Is there a downside?
Should we sense motive?
Yeah, you can sense motive on her. See if she's like got any hidden agendas here. As for your question about the downside, she's like, well, I mean, the downside is the society is fully not allowed to be in this city, and you'd probably be arrested if you were discovered.
I'm already breaking the law just by worshipping Saren Ray. I don't care.
Yes, you all seemed like that would not be an issue for you very much. The pair of you sense motive. You think that this is a legit offer. You also think that it's not necessarily that she's a really good person. She's a very ambitious person. And is probably seeing this as a stepping stone to kind of get that credit of like rediscovering Delvehaven for the society. Which is not necessarily an evil objective. It just seems like, you guys aren't her first priority in the situation. But she does want your help.
So she's legit, but she wants our help. Did you tell us that the poem told us something, but it was a code as well?
Yeah, so the poem just tells you exactly how to get, now that you guys have cracked it, how to get into the wave door.
If without cracking it, what does it say?
The actual poem?
Yeah.
It doesn't list the actual poem, but it is about a man who falls in love with a mermaid and then drowns trying to seduce her.
Right.
I like to imagine it's written as like a really bad limerick. That's like my headcanon.
Well, if everyone's okay with it, we could just tell her that it's one of the islands there, but we're not sure which one, and we're gonna go there and find out.
She shrugs. She's like, look.
Yeah, that works.
She's like, you all can go there and check it out. As for these other bodies, I think the next move would be trying to find each one and get the clues we need. I am very much wanted on site in the city, but if you have questions, feel free to return to me, and I can attempt to, analyze any information these gaseous specters might give you. She like looks down, just kind of disgustedly as Zakana points out. And she's like, "Look, that's up to you. I'm not dragging dead tiefling bodies around."
All right, so the head now.
Um,
Did you say the scroll? Like a scroll of heal.
sorry, yeah, you lagged out for me for a second there, but yeah, it's a scroll of heal, remove curse. Ooh, let me scroll back up. What was the other one?
Scrying.
Scrying, yeah, scrying.
Mhm.
Okay, so that was a
Would that
lot
be
of
anything for the severed head?
information you guys have found. So you got those wands, you got the grave candles, got that severed head who maybe you guys can interrogate in the future. Excuse
Hey,
me.
Zakana, what do you think this box is worth?
What, the actual Chelish Crux?
No, the small silver box that the grave candles came in.
Oh, okay. That's like what the fucking magic, puzzle box. The silver box, the 18, it's probably worth like 200 gold pieces. It's a nice box.
I'm just actively maintaining the loot list while you're talking as well.
All right, so with that being said, that's a lot of information to act on. I think you guys, presumably you guys head back and get some sleep beforehand. So you guys
Yeah, it seems like the most sound thing to do.
Yeah. So, if you guys need to refer to that paper, it'll be in your guys' journal section. I'm going to say, since you guys are sleeping in the temple, it's going to be safe. You're going to spend the night so you guys can successfully, prepare all your spells, get all your stuff ready. And then, yeah, you guys have a lot of information to act on here. What do you guys think the party would do first?
Well, Susan would wake up, make his prayers to Sarenrae, and
Okay.
then gather the party around because he's about to lesser restoration the head.
Ooh, okay. All right. As you gather you guys around, you take the head out. It's still kind of gagged, so it's just like, "Woo, woo." All right. So, also, I don't think this will put you. You guys are also gonna get 1,600 because you successfully got through the box and got that puzzle for XP. Just so you guys don't forget. With that restoration spell, the head stops screaming here and kind kind on all of you. Those of you who have a knowledge planes could try to figure out what exactly this thing is. Acro, you would know that it is a devil. This is an Arrhenius, like like the Furies, basically, although just the head of one. What's happening? Where am I? Who are all of you?
We are the Friends of Aramaeus.
What? That means nothing to me. Look.
I'm surprised. Aren't you familiar with local nobility?
God damn it. Are you descended from that line of barons?
We all are, actually. I mean, you know how nobles inbreed, right? I think we're cousins.
Yes, nobles do like fucking each other. Anyway, she like shakes her head as much as she can. The head kind of like flops around. She's like, I appear to be indebted. You've removed me from that crux. It's was dark.
Well,
in
I
there.
mean, you are a being of pure evil, and you deserve the abyss you were stuck in. Obviously.
Well, be that as it may, far be it from me to not pay my debts. What would the hell debtors think of me? What can I do for you? My name is Kazre.
What? How do you even spell that?
It's got a lot of consonants. Sounds like that. Kazre.
With it, okay. Guys, did we want to ask the head anything before we send it off to oblivion where it belongs?
How did it get into the crux? What was it doing there?
That annoying wizard, Dargantu Vahid.
That's even better sounding name.
Give me a knowledge local check. See if you can recognize this name. You think it's a dumb name and you just
Nope.
laugh at it. Anyway, this wizard, he kept me for many years as a trophy, but he became displeased when I humiliated him by revealing some of his more delicate... That was a fucking 180. One sec. Revealing some of his more delicate indiscretions to an important guest, at which point he locked my head in the box and forgot about me, it seems. Malachi, however, recognizes Dargentu Veed as he was the mayor at the time of when Cheliax controlled Delvehaven with its like specially selected pathfinders. It's also rumored that he was a powerful wizard, which seems to be what she's confirming here. The other rumor, Malachi, or that you would piece together with those rumors, is Dargentu Vahid was the one that made the Asmodean knot. Here, I'll put the name in the chat. Give me one sec. So she answers that. She's like, I don't know how long it's been. He's probably dead. But I'm sure there's other things I could tell you. Don't put me back in the box.
Acro, where you at, man?
Me?
Yeah, man.
Got any questions
Being
for it?
awful. Well, this is more for you. Is Dargantu V the one who made the box and put her in there? Or is he just the one who made the box?
So he made the Asmodean knot, which is where you guys found the box. He also put her head in the box. It's unclear whether he actually made the box himself.
Okay.
But it seemed before that she was just calling like she was like a trophy that he kept basically. Kept her alive.
Okay.
I've seen things. I've seen the wizard's workshop.
Well, if
Which
she were to
wizard?
tell us as much as she wants,
Silvahid.
use
She's like, if you agree
Give
not
us
to
information
squash
to-
me, I could help you if you wanted to investigate there.
If you tell us as much as we know, we can help you get back as much as you want to that wizard. We promise you we'll get back at him, whether it's for your sake or not.
Give me a diplomacy check. She's just like, look, if you brought me to his office, deep in the bowels of Delvehaven, I could tell you how to get rid of some of the wards and guardians.
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
And in return, you want to what?
I want to stay alive.
Okay. Can I put your head on the bow of a boat?
Do you have a boat?
No, I would find one at a pier.
So not your boat, just like a
Correct.
boat?
Yeah, I absolutely would not accept your head on a boat, but I think it would be hysterical to have your head on the bow of a boat.
I feel like someone would get rid of me.
Right, but you wouldn't be in my possession at that time, so it wouldn't actually be my problem.
I feel less inclined to help.
Oh. Why?
Well, I want to stay alive, not be thrown on the front of a boat where someone's probably going to end my life.
Oh. I guess that makes sense. So if we agree to keep you alive then.
I think that's fair. I help you, you keep me alive.
Could banishing you be an option? Because, I mean, obviously, you don't belong here. You're really just disgusting to look at. Like, I've thrown up in my mouth 3 times already.
Harsh, but fair. Yes, perhaps if I was banished back to the pit, I would be able to restore some semblance of my former strength.
Okay. All right. Well, let's confer. Here. I'd tell you to do earmuffs, but you don't have hands. Hold on. And then Susan puts the head back in the handy haversack.
Okay. She gets tucked away. She can't hear through it.
So, what do we think, you guys?
Zikana's only concerned that if we bring her along, she can yell out and sabotage us somehow or another. That's about it.
I mean,
I feel like she wouldn't though.
Yeah, I know.
Because her
That's the only
primary
concern.
concern is staying alive.
Right.
yeah, she wants to live.
Devils keep their word, typically, right? That's their whole thing. Is they sign all these contracts where people sell their souls. Well, she's kind of dependent on us, so she would be the one signing the contract.
I think you would
She
definitely
didn't
know
say that
living
she
in
wouldn't.
Cheliax that that's like devils are they're evil, but they're lawful evil. They usually stick to their word pretty closely.
Yeah, as long as we can get her to promise that, that she wouldn't double cross us, sure.
Well, I wouldn't don't even ask about double crossing because we're gonna probably get double cross her anyway. So
That's our we're not lawful.
you're right. It's
No.
we're probably gonna double cross her. So I think we should just ignore that.
No.
And
I won't allow that. If we give her our word, we're going to keep our word.
Yeah, fine with that. Zikana's fine with that.
Okay, I just don't think.
As you
I don't think-
as you say, no, we'll keep our word. Your holy symbol blazes to life, and we're gonna drop in one of the by the gods buffs here from Allurdis in the chat. Your faith and following, your promises here, it's gonna modify her lesser restoration to be a greater restoration. So now you guys can talk to her whenever you want instead of having her come out insane when you pull her out.
Oh, cool.
Hmm.
Thank you, Saren Ray.
Oh,
You're the lady.
The Dawn Flower. All right.
And thank you, Alertus.
So you guys have do you guys like pull her back out and make this agreement?
Wait, okay, so our end, she promises not to betray us or,
Okay.
call out for help, and while we might be compromised, and she helps us clear some wards and guardians. She said.
I believe so. Yeah.
She would tell you how to like disable them or like get around them.
Okay. Is there anything else we need from her or want from her?
Up to you guys. That's all she's mentioned so far.
I don't think we need anything else. And if we do, we can just
Have we asked her if
bargain
she's been
later.
to Delhaven?
Yeah, she said she's been in Dell. That's where the
Yeah.
the wizard's office is.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and to help us get past like the doors and whatnot.
Oh, that's where the wards are, is in Delhaven. Okay, got it. I'm with it. Following
Ask her
along.
any things we need to be wary of, I guess. Any monsters, constructs, undead.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
Oh, okay. All right. So we're all agreed, right? No one's gonna suddenly and Susan
No
looks
one's gonna do that.
directly in Zakana's eyes. Suddenly stab somebody right in the back while we're having a conversation.
As long as she doesn't take our jewels, that we fine.
With her lack of hands. All right, it seems like we're all on the same page. As you pull her back out, she's like, "Well, it's still dark in the bag of holding, but it's somehow less depressing than the crux."
Oh, I thought you'd be smarter than that. That's not a bag of holding. That's a handy haversack. What good are you if you don't even recognize the difference between the two?
I've been in a box for decades.
This head is useless, guys.
No, wait, sorry. All right. Are you willing to make the deal?
So, here's what we've come up with. You, on your side,
Yes.
are going to be of assistance without compromising us in any way. If we are in a conversation in the middle of a party, you're not going to start screaming. If we're sneaking around, you're not going to alert guards, right? It's just, don't be a dick.
I will be no such phallic object. Agreed.
Okay, on our side, we won't kill you. And I make no promises as to getting you back to the pit, but I do promise on my faith and beautiful Sarenrae that you will not die by our hands if I can prevent it. And then Susan glances at Zakana one more time.
All right. She's like,
For sure.
while the pit would be ideal, I agree to these terms. An accord is struck. All right. As you guys make this deal with the like Fury head that resided in the Chelish Crux, we're gonna take our first break here, so I can go give April a quick break from the baby. Per usual, now our breaks are gonna be 10 minutes. I'm gonna run a quick ad. Do you want to stick around for that? I am working on. I'm gonna try to figure it out this weekend. I'm working on a way to run video clips while I'm gone, and I'm gonna try to do it so I do like highlights of you guys. So like for this like next week, hopefully, or whenever we next play Council, it would be like fun highlights of you guys during the campaign while we're on break. But I haven't figured that out yet.
Cool.
So for now, I'll see you guys back in 10 minutes.
Sounds good.
All right, peace.
Guys, we need to ask
we have downtime between like the books.
Yeah, you like have this intel now. You don't have to act on it straight away. You guys have about 2 weeks of downtime if you would like to approach that.
Yeah, the party's just got enchantment and selling wants. So, I'm waiting for Zakana to return because I gotta ask
Hmm?
her about this. Oh, hey, you're here. Cool.
Mhm.
The Halberd of Rage.
Hmm.
Are you gonna
Sell it.
fight the party on getting rid of that?
Yeah, just sell it.
There you go.
Okay. It's Susan will insist on destroying it. So if it's to be sold, and Justin, the person, wants it to be sold, um, it'll have to be done
Well,
behind
I'm.
his back.
All right, let's get some. We're not in the dungeon anymore.
And Ben, can I get you to confirm the amount of that Halberd of Rage, or whatever it was called?
The the one from inside the one
From
the
that
the devil
imprisoned
gave you.
demon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
The bearded devil.
Give me 1 sec to double check it. All right, that was with the devil. You guys found inside the knot. That was the Avengin's Edge. Selling it for half would be it's 11,508 gold pieces full. So that divided by 2.
So what? 5,750.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. 50, 54.
Okay. You guys got all day at cash. And we can assume this is a big enough city. Whatever you guys want to buy here, we can assume that you can buy it.
The question I had just after a session last week, somebody want to roll a fame flex so we can get a better than average selling prices on our gear?
Oh yeah, you guys want to go for a fame roll? You guys
And
can
I've
use
got the discount as well.
your fame stuff. Well, that's only on one item though.
Oh, not a log wire?
All right. I believe right now you guys have 6 fame points. Go ahead and make it. It's just straight. There's no other modifier. It's just D20 plus 6. And Susan, go ahead and roll that. All right, that is an 8.
Yeah.
Um,
Now things are
yeah,
we're selling for work.
no discount this time, or no better selling prices this time. Perhaps next time.
Okay. In that case, let me add up all the liquid, and I will punch in a number. Everybody gets distributed. This will be divided by 5.
Cool. This is already divided by 5.
The number I point out will be divided by 5. Yes.
Okay, got it. Cool. For the opera singer friendship, give me 1 sec. So that was when you befriended. I love that Thessing's description is in the section describing different people in the play. The one you're talking about is described as arrogant diva. His just insufferable actor. Okay. Once per day when purchasing anything in West Crown with a minimum of 100 gold pieces, you can get a 20% price reduction. Here's the actual detail. Yeah, it's just one item.
%20. Wow, that's decent.
And I doubt you guys are buying anything with these, but remember you do have like carte blanche and just 50% off any potion.
Actually, our potions are running low. We only have 5: 3 cure light, 2 cure medium, or
Yeah.
cure moderate.
With
I might actually have backwards.
Ariel's connections, he can get you those half price potions.
But I also have never had to use my touch hands. That's the NADPOD way of saying it. Lay on hands. There we go.
I know. Yeah, I was about to say fucking NADPOD. I still gotta listen all the way through that. I love what I've heard so far. I think I got about like 40 episodes in or something.
I'm on my second pass through right now. It's
Nice.
hysterical, man.
Oh, it's really funny. It's really fucking funny. That being said, so you guys can mark down the items you get. So everybody's gonna get, damn, 10,000, almost 11,000. Ooh, I thought I was gonna sneeze, but I didn't. All right. Does anyone have any questions for like what they want to do during downtime?
Well, I may go shop for something else now.
Acro, you will have both of those items for you. No problem.
Okay. So
Nice.
it's what, 150 for masterwork armor and how much for
And-
weapon?
150 to masterwork your existing, and then 300 to masterwork your existing.
Yeah, it's
Okay, so a
300 for
total of 450.
weapons, 150 for armor.
Okay. So I'm gonna take out 450 and then I'm going to take out 6,000. So 6,000. Thank you, and then I'll get back to you if I have anything else I wish to buy. And I gotta update all this now.
Zakana, did you want anything enchanted?
If it's masterwork, the armor check penalty goes down, right?
I believe it goes down
By
by
one,
one.
yes.
Nice.
And then if you make something mithril, it can drop it even lower.
I looked at the cost of making mithril heavy armor, and I was like, nope, not happening.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah.
I think one of the coolest
It's-
armor materials is orichalcum, because the idea is like it's supposed to have time affecting shit baked into the metal. So if you have orichalcum armor, it gives you initiative bonuses,
Oh,
which is like weird. It's like, oh, your armor is so heavy, but it warps fucking space time, so you can go faster.
Mithril plate to craft is only 3,500.
It's not as
And-
bad as I thought.
Grizz can do that.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna say you could definitely find Grizz like inside the secret base.
Oh, he's already a friend of Arameus, is he?
Yeah, how would you what does Grizz look like? Give a description.
So Grizz is a dwarf wizard. He is very, very slight
Okay.
for being a dwarf. He's lean instead of stout, and he's extremely well spoken. He's got the traditional beard, but it's very well groomed. It's not like braided or knotted or just, grown wild.
It's like very
he
nicely
brushes
cut.
it every day, and he's got a very not long like
Hell yeah.
shoulder length hair. That just he pays attention to his hygiene fastidiously.
I feel like on the during the first day of this 2 weeks, he would definitely come up to you and be like, again, like you said, totally well spoken, like not the typical what you expect from a dwarf. He's all slender, and he's got like this holster on his waist, but instead of like a crossbow, it just has his spell book in it.
Yep, that sounds perfectly nerdy for him. Yep.
He just greets. He's like, "Hello, I would very much. You all seem to be doing a lot for the rebellion. How can I help?" Just goes straight up to you and immediately tries to endear himself.
Oh, aren't you short? Hi.
Yes, I am quite short.
Right, sorry, that was rude. I'm Susan. Yes, like the woman's name. It was a joke. It kind of stuck.
He's like, "Tell you what, I
Moving
won't
past
make
it.
fun of that. You don't make fun of my height."
Well, I wasn't making fun of it. I was just commenting.
Very
There
well.
was no laughter.
You're right. I should not
Are,
assume.
are you sensitive? I'm sorry if I offended you.
I'm sensitive to the arcane magic swirling around us.
Huh. That sounds
He like holds out his like, "My name
distracting.
is Grizz. I am a wizard, and I'm quite proficient at crafting."
Crafting, you say?
Yes.
Well, my friends and I have come into a decent bit of gold recently, and we could certainly use some magical assistance placed on our gear.
I would be delighted. Frankly, you all seem to be the most capable out of a lot of these people. He like looks around, and you guys see a lot of those people you met in the first book, like the one that's now like being converted to worship Grotus, used to work at the docks, who since Acro has talked to him has basically just been like fashioning like robes for himself with the Grotus holy symbol and like tries to lead prayers when Acro's not around. There's like the drug dealing gnome that you talked to in the beginning, who's just like, "All right, who wants what? Like, come over here. We gotta be, I'll give out our best game if we're gonna go out and fight the Thrones." And he like, Grizz just looks around and he's like, "Yes, I think the gear might be best served for you and your party."
Well, we'd appreciate it. Yeah. Here, I'll go introduce you to my friends. This is what Akio looks like today, and this is Malachi, and this is Zakana, and this is Acro.
Greetings.
A pleasure.
Everybody, meet my odd dwarf-looking friend, Grizz. Or, I'm sorry, I misspoke. Odd-looking dwarf.
Thank you. Now, if you all would like to coordinate with Susan, he will tell me what needs to be done, and I will do it.
All right. So Zakana, did you want anything enchanted?
I'm good thus far.
All right.
If how many days do you still have? How many days do you have to work?
After your stuff,
Yeah,
13.
13. And
No, I'm sorry. Actually, only 12.
oh, big difference.
Not bad. Not bad.
So it's every 1,000 gold in the crafting prices a day, right?
It's supposed to be, but Grizz has bonuses as a crafter dwarf and a valet familiar.
He a baller.
Okay. Oh,
He's good at what he does.
I may just
Just
go
to give
for
you an idea, he can do 5,000 a day wondrous, and hold on, I have it. 2,000 a day armor and weapons.
Yeah. You see, he sets up this like little there's like a crypt beneath here that he like sets aside one of the empty alcoves and starts building like a forge. And just he sets like a little like arcane spell at the top that like whisks away the smoke so that you guys can like forge in this base and none of the guards are gonna be like, why the fuck is there fucking smoke pouring out of the abandoned temple?
I
It,
mean,
he charges cost, or is he gonna charge a premium for some sort of percentage over?
I think he'd probably just charge a cost. He's here for the. He wants you guys to help free this city from House Thrune and the Shadow Beasts.
All right. Cool. Just making sure.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right.
I would so if we have more days, then I'll take a Belt of Giants tramp. +4, 8,000 gold.
Oh baby. Hackro gonna be shredded. What's that gonna put your strength up to?
23.
Oh, nice.
Jesus Christ.
And then next level it will be 24.
And then when you're enlarged, if you get enlarged, it'll be like what, 26?
Yeah.
And carrying
like at
capacity
level
is
8.
affected by size, so something truly horrifying for how much you could lift.
Yeah, if I have some buffs going, it's gonna be one very scary hit.
Oh god.
You know, if I get sneak attack and bane and just flat damage with power attack, it'll be terrifying.
You said 8,000. Right.
Yeah, for the +4 version.
Okay, that'll take a full.
2 days.
Well, not a full 2 days. But most of 2 days, right? He can still sneak in another.
Jesus fuck.
A weapon or armor.
Yeah. +1.
2,000. Yeah.
Something 2,000 on
Alright.
the day.
With all of with all your buffs and shit like that, you'd be able to lift about 2,000 pounds while you were enlarged. Dude, just fucking
Very cool.
strap the ballista to your back at that point.
Oh yeah, you could probably wield it one-handed.
Dude, get Grizz like a seat on your armor.
Oh yeah, he can craft while coming with us.
Just
Should I just
Make her
in
wondrous
order
items on the
to
fly.
do that, should I just increase my strength score by 4? Because I don't see like an enhancement like.
just
section.
increase it by 4 on the sheet.
Okay.
Odds are your belt's never gonna come off, so I don't think it'll be, a terrible difference.
Sounds. Then yeah, I'm ready. I got all my items and I've updated all my. I guess I should do one more thing.
Oh yeah,
but
got all
yeah,
your
I'm
stuff.
good to go. I don't need any more items.
All right.
Susan is going to pay for his items and get everything resolved that he needs done.
Okay.
But
And as you're like resolving all that, what do you guys think about where are you trying to go first? Just you know about that Pathfinder cache. You also know you're trying to find a bunch of Pathfinder bodies at least to get more information. It seems like two of them are probably still in Delvehaven. One of the guys escaped, but you also have those 2 bodies unaccounted for, or that are accounted for. You've got Coriana Heavenscape. She was the Azamar who was a rebel, and she's with the Sisters of Esseth. Then there was the Venture Captain, Galfine. He's the one that got petrified, and his bust belongs to a family known as the Lucas.
What do you guys think? Do you want to try to deal with the noble family, or do you want to deal with the nuns?
And then you would know the wave door's only opened at night, so you could always like do one of those things and then go to the wave door.
I can't. God Almighty, that's frustrating. I'm having like shopping indecision issues.
Okay, so I'll say what's wrong. You all right, dude? So that's not the right book. I was looking at the old book. Yeah. So I think the main three right now, or I guess main two, if you're waiting for the door at night, would be either looking for the nuns, or those who have knowledge local could actually give a local check on the Lucas family. All right, Malachi, you are definitely gonna notice some stuff here. Okay. So the Lucas, who are supposedly in possession of Galfine's like petrified body, were a once prominent noble family in West Crown. However, with a 28, you would know that they are relatively insignificant now. In the like post Thrune ascendancy era, it seems like a lot of the family tried to oppose like the devil worshipping Thrune house from taking over, and as a result, they weren't all like killed off, but they are like a shell of their former selves. And with a 28, you would know only Rance Luca is the remaining scion of House Luca, and he runs something that Susan's actually already heard of. He runs the Devil Drome, a semi-legal fighting ring in the southwest corner of the city.
A fighting ring?
Yes. You would know. I'd say the 28. You would just know about him. You would also know about some of the Devil Drome things. It's in like the northwest of the city.
Are we talking like bare knuckle boxing here, or
So there's some different types of things. A lot of it, the majority, is for like devil binders to fight their monsters against each other. There's also some regular gladiatorial fighting, and very rarely there is like gladiatorial versus just straight up people. Or sorry, like gladiatorial versus like devils.
okay?
All right.
Zakana, why didn't you get it made?
Oh.
Zakana, he could craft it. Yeah, that's what the
Yeah.
dwarf is for. Come on now.
Okay, I'll make it, and I'll just researching. Sorry, guys.
You're good. As I tell my my preschoolers, we gotta turn our listening ears on. And they go and they make little chook noises by their ears.
Sorry,
Teaching preschool is
I'm the
great.
kid who always like draws his own doodles by the corner.
So, I mean, you guys know he's the only surviving member of House Luca. So if anyone still has that statue, or like if his family still does, he's the one that's gonna have it.
Then shall we go to this fighting ring?
As for the House of Esif, you would be able to like, you would know pretty easily by asking around where the temple is.
Sweet.
So you guys want to go to the Devil Drome?
That we can do the nuns want to do.
All right, let me get. All right. Seems let's head over to the Devil Drone. So as you guys go to the northwest corner of the city here, the Devil Drome is kind of sequestered behind some crumbling stone buildings. He's like claimed basically a whole block of semi-abandoned buildings, has turned the front one into an office, and then kind of hollowed out the buildings into the arena. Um, as you arrive, one of the guards outside. This isn't a city guard. This could be like some sort of mercenary that he's hired. He's not got like a uniform. He's got like some like brass knuckles on, just real rough and tumble type. And he's like, "Do you have an appointment with Mr. Rance Luca?"
Don't you know who we are? We
Uh,
are barons of this city.
give me a fame check. Say we're gonna make.
How does one fame check?
It's a D20 plus 6 right now. That's how many fame points you have. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say let's bump it up to 7 because the whole Baron thing. D20 plus 7. And basically the more things you do in the books, the more fame you get as people.
Yeah, somebody not me make that roll because I rolled terribly on those things.
All right, let's do this. +7.
You got it,
Ah, the
Ah,
same,
wow.
but one better.
dude. All right. He's just like grossly like hawks a loogie and spits, and he's like, "Well, I care about barons." But let's roll up your D100 check here. Okay. As you guys are as you're standing talking to them, however, a very overly well-dressed man, like the type of uniform that, you know, like he wants people to still think he's super rich even when he's not. You see Rance Luca himself lean past the door, and he's like, now hold on there. This you don't recognize them? They're the players of the 6 Trials of Larazad and barons to boot. The guard's like, sorry, boss, just trying to do what you pay me for. You lot, get in here. Come on now. Come. I'll put on some, what do you want? You want tea? Something harder?
no, tea's fine.
I'll take apple juice.
He's like, I got cider. That's kind of like apple juice, just a little bit more punch to it, a little 1-2.
Oh, like a boxing thing. Clever.
Yeah, alright, well, anyway, he, like, snaps his fingers at, like, a nearby servant who, like, brings out these drinks for you all. Now, what can I do for you famous folk out here?
Oh, we're looking for a statue. Your family had possessed at some point.
He's like, oh, I got a whole mess of statues. I use them to decorate the Devil Drome. Images of heroes, busts, paintings. Gives the fans the right type of energy for the fights.
I'm gonna be making him my Slayer target while we're talking.
Okay. You kind of start sizing up this noble in name, but fight choreographer in practice. What do you think? Is there something particular looking for? Which one?
Was he tiefling again?
Galfine. Sorry. He was the venture captain one, but he was just a human. But
Do we have a description of him at all, or?
just as a Pathfinder venture captain, he was probably identified on his body.
Yeah, I guess you should have a badge on him.
Yeah.
That's why I asked.
Like a well, there's old Gelfine's bust. He has the, what's it called? The glyph of the Wandering Road, something like that. The Pathfinder symbol. It's on his chest.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
What do you want with just, if you don't mind me asking, what do you want with a statue?
It has sentimental value to my friend here.
Fair enough. Listen, how about this? I've got a little problem that I think you all would be mighty suited to help me with. You go around in the Devil Drome for me, under some certain circumstances. You get all the time you want with old Gelfine.
So what exactly do you want us to do then?
Well, some of you I'm sure might have heard of our reigning champion. It's the Conjurer Thrax. Manager Thor Thrax. He's a devil binder, and problem is, well, he beats everyone I put him up against. It's crippling the probability of my betting pool. Now, I saw you all perform on stage, and I think maybe you'd have a chance of breaking Thrax's reign. Of course, there are rules to the fight, but would you be willing to step into the Devil Drome for me?
Well, what are the rules?
Well, you'd be entering what we call the Hellcaller's Cup. Final exhibition match. If you can beat him, you'll be the winners of the cup. Now, here's the thing. You can either have a summoned combatant go up against him or a few summoned combatants. But the thing is, you can only have one type of summon the whole fight. You summon some sort of hellhound, that's all you can resummon the whole fight. Now, as a team, you can cast spells from your box at one end of the arena. Alternatively, considering y'all are so famous, I would allow you to pick a champion to fight in your stead. Again, the rest of his team could cast spells on him, but he'd be the only one allowed in the actual arena floor.
Ben, the reigning champion, is it a devil like Susan had heard?
Um,
Well,
he
the
is.
champion's like a caster, but they fight with a devil.
Yeah,
right?
people
Like a
think
devil
he
versus
is
devil.
some sort of devil because he's actually a tiefling.
Oh.
But he does actively summon other devils. And, like, these are very much likely the devils that have been, like, killing people in the arena.
Super duper. Oh, can I be the champion? Can anybody opposed to that?
I got no spells to help you from
Yeah,
the
nor do
booth,
I. I mean,
but yeah.
Killing
is
devils
Thrax.
is what I was born to do.
it's true,
And-
but can you pick him off before he can get a spell off, though?
Can
you wouldn't be able to attack Thrax directly.
Yeah, I'd just go after the devils.
It'd be going
I
after
wouldn't go
devils?
after the thief.
However, give me a knowledge local check about these fights.
Are we able to cast spells on the devils?
All right, well, with a 31, you think that there is technically no. The rest of you shouldn't be casting spells directly on the devil. However, the Devil Drome has like a intense, culture of cheating but getting away with it. Like a big part of the strategy is trying to cheat and not have people notice.
Yeah, as long as you don't get caught, right?
Yes. To give you some idea of the layout, the Devil Drome is about 100 feet diameter circle. At each end of the combat arena, you guys, like your team, will be encased in like an iron cage. The walls of the arena are about 25 feet high and all decorated with like inward facing blades. So people sometimes try to climb them. Sometimes people, like shove the opponents into the blades. There's also like it varies from time to time, but they will usually put out various platforms and stairs and like dig ditches and stuff to provide like a 3D effect of the terrain. Yes. So, give me 1 second here. He would definitely allow you guys to like investigate before it went down. So I'm going to drag you guys over so you can actually see the Devil Drome and see like what strategies you could use. So it looks like for this next set of fights, he's got stairs leading to a raised wooden platform. There are 2 ditches, and like again, these on the sides, those are like the stands for the audience. This whole thing back here would be your box. This would be Thrax's.
Can you ping it?
Yes, sorry, I was on the so stands. Center of the stadium, that's a raised platform. The darker lines are ditches. This would be your box at the back. This would be Thrax's.
Our box is raised, so we would have full view of the sands.
It's raised a little bit up, probably about like 5-10 feet. And there is a set of like iron bars at the front, so you like can't go through theoretically.
Is this indoors or outdoors?
It is mostly indoors. It's a little bit open to the sky because he like took those buildings that were abandoned and like hollowed out like a block in the city to like build this thing. So like around the stadium, you're kind of enclosed by like building walls, but in the center, it's like open air, like a courtyard.
Is this happening at night or in the day?
He says this fight it would be scheduled. The Hellcaller's Cup is going to be tomorrow night.
Night, nice. Okay.
As he kind of like gives you all the tour, he's like, "Well, what do you say? Someone's got to take down a reigning champion. You do it. Get your time alone with the statue. No questions asked."
Well, what do you guys think?
Well, it's the only way we're gonna be able to investigate, right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
And I guess we should accept.
He holds out his hands like, "Well, looks like we have a deal then, friends. Can't wait." So you guys have secured a fight in the Hellcaller's Cup. There are like other gladiators around, there are like fans. Are there any questions you're trying to figure out about here? If not, that's also fine.
What is he like? What creatures is he summoning? What's he known for?
Yeah, you would ask on the fans tell you that he is exceptionally proficient in summoning Lemure devils. These were the devils that were also summoned for your play. I'm gonna put like a big version on the map so you guys can see. They do tell you though that some of the gladiators who are like actual combatants, not the fans, they're like, "Look, we call things from the pit of hell too, but his lemures are something special. He empowers them." But I'll tell you this, he does try to summon as many as he can, and he'll try to overwhelm you.
Okay. How fast have you seen him summon before?
Well, I know his most powerful castings, he could probably summon about anywhere between 2 and 5 devils. But he can only do that a couple of times. After that, he can call out maybe 2 at a time and eventually just call out 1 at a time. Most I've ever seen him summon in a fight was about 15 of them. But here's the catch. He's not allowed to pre-summon them, remember. Once you're in there, he's going to have to be summoning as you're fighting. So at least you're not going to be right off the bat getting hit by a bunch of devils. You'll have to build up.
Okay. So I show up, or the champion, right, shows up in the center, and somebody says go, or the girl waves her shirt, or whatever it is, and how many devils show up right away?
For Thrax, between 2 and 5. First round.
Okay. And total?
Total.
15.
Yeah, you say the most he's seen is up to 15. And you would know, like, when you say, like, you're telling, like, oh, like, when he says go, basically the trigger for the fight is whenever summon monsters first appear. If that makes sense. So basically, even if you guys choose, like, Susan as champion here, like, you wouldn't be able to, like, it wouldn't be straight initiative at first. It would be, like, he gets the first summon monster spell off, then it's initiative.
It'd be
That being said, that
real.
would give you a round to, like, prep as well. So, like, even if you're not summoning anything, if Susan wanted to, like, buff up with potions or anything like that, he could spend the round doing that too.
It'd be real, like, just shameful, right? If he kept getting distracted and couldn't keep casting spells, wouldn't it?
The
That's what I was thinking. Too.
Yeah, the fighter that you're, like, talking about this, kind of, like, you know, cocks a grin at you guys. He's like, yep, real shame. Be careful he doesn't do the same to you, though. He's got quite the reach with some of his spells.
How far does the from our side to their side? Like, what's the distance?
The distance from one side to the other is exactly 100 feet. From, like, iron bars to iron bars.
Awesome. So, if we enchant some of my arrows to do some interesting magical things, that could definitely help.
Yeah, I mean, you could potentially,
Yeah.
if you could, like, get away with shooting an arrow through the bars somehow, it's certainly within range. But again, like, there are like penalties for getting caught, if that makes sense. People want you guys to cheat, but they don't want you to get caught doing it. That's, like, part of the fun.
We can't directly attack the Thrax or whatever his name is.
You are not supposed to. But you have heard rumors that he has attacked people in the past. There was just no proof. And if you're asking, Zakon, if it's all cage, so you guys are behind the bars, and then around that 25-foot wall, once you get to the ceiling, there is like it's like a cage match. There's like a cage over the open air dome. So
Cage over the open air dome.
yeah, so I guess it's not really like the dome itself is a cage. It's not like solid ceiling. So the walls are 25 feet high, and then it becomes like a metal, you know, ironwork lattice, like a cage. That being said, the cage is still pretty high up. The cage goes up to about 35 feet, about 10 feet past from where the walls end.
Yep.
So maybe if I hide up there and pop some arrows down.
Yeah, I mean, I would say you would you could definitely try to stealth up that. You would know that I mean, I would say have Malachi give me like a straight perception check as you like kind of examine this whole layout as he's showing you around.
Yeah, 1 second here.
Yeah, you're good.
Interesting. Is it physically possible to make it to his side of the cage?
That one on that. So you don't immediately pick out any like sites for sniping that you like know would be good for a fact. But Zakana would at least point out to you that, you know, it would be pretty easy for the crowd to spot you on top of the dome. However, you guys are still enclosed by those like old fronts of buildings. You could potentially snipe from one of them, which might make the range farther, but it'd be easier to like make a snipe check after an arrow shot.
Okay.
I would say it's
Can I
not
just ask a quick
crazy
question?
distance. It would probably be like one range increment past your normal one. How long is your bow's range increment?
I want to say 120. Give me a sec. Let me look that up.
That sounds right. I would say it's definitely not more than. It's definitely not anywhere close to like 360. So probably like one range increment out, you'd be going at a -2,
Okay.
Ben,
which is not
Just
not terrible.
wondering.
Yeah, what's up, Sakana? Go ahead.
for the gray portions where he'll be standing.
Yes.
Is it caged entirely? Is it protected?
So he's gonna be at this end, and he is behind bars. There are doors
about
that lead
ceiling?
into each of your guys' like battle rooms, but you'd have to go like all the way around the stadium to get to his. You're not able to get there across the stadium.
Even with fly?
Unless you were like, I mean, the thing is like they would have to open up the
There are
bars to
bars.
like let you in, and like
Right.
as soon as that happened, people were like, "Yo, like there's already a champion out. You can't just open the bars."
Okay. And the room itself is a room, so he's gonna be sheltered by ceilings and everything.
Yeah, these ones are like actual rooms. They're not open air.
Okay.
So, I think if I were to hide up top there and get some arrows with silence on them.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely try to get you. I mean, you guys have a full day to prepare.
Yeah. Like, after he gets his first summon off, pop an arrow of silence in his vicinity, bam, he can no longer summon.
Oh yeah, they're like the hushing arrows, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
I forgot that was an item. Yeah, I mean, if you could try to, it's gonna be a hard shot to like arc it in through the bars, but they do require a will save. You could try to shoot one into him, or shoot one like into that vicinity. I think it's an AOE.
Let me look up the arrow right now, but yeah.
Hushing arrow. There's a greater hushing arrow and a regular one. Greater is a higher DC. You would have to actually strike him.
I actually have to hit him.
Yeah, but more than likely, he's probably going to be near the front of the bars, so he can, summon the devils as close to your guys' side as possible.
Yeah.
Cage match, cage match. All right. I think
The bars can be
one.
open though, hey?
So it's
It's
a
not allowed.
standard one of those arrows is 540. A greater one is 1047.
Okay.
The bars aren't allowed to be open. Once the fight starts, they can't be opened. Like they can open, but they're not allowed to be opened after that.
What about a zone of silence?
Zone, like the spell.
Yeah, can I have it enchanted on an arrow?
I don't believe you can, but I would. There's also, I'm sure there's got to be an item in Pathfinder if you put like a spell on like an arrow tip or something. Well, I guess there are like magus classes that do that. Yeah, I don't think you can directly place one on an arrow.
Okay, it's not a problem. But potion of true shot.
And remember, yeah, if you get potions, those are half price because of Ariel, the kind of like leader of the resistance, the half elf.
Okay. Potion or scroll of true strike would work.
And this is like an out of character reward, but I mean, you guys get the vibe that like winning the Hellcaller's Cup would make you more famous. It'll make you even more famous if you can do it without Thrax dying. Like gladiators, even like conjurers, are known to die in this competition. If you could pull off a win without a kill, that would be even more impressive to like the populace. Yes, yes, yes. All right. But that being said, if you guys have any last plans you want to do, we're about to do our second of our 2 breaks for tonight. And I'll be back in 10 minutes, and then we can do the Devil Drum. So you guys have any last plans, feel free to make that. Go to the bathroom, get a drink of water, whatever you would like, and I'll be right back. The baby is less upset now. Had bathroom breaks. How we feeling?
Awesome.
All right. So to recap, we're trying to sniper on the roof. Susan is trying to be in the center here as the champion.
Ben,
Yes.
the cage is 25 high, but there's no ceiling to it, right?
There is a domed barred ceiling.
Oh, there is a dome bar.
Yes.
Cool. There goes my plan.
All right. So,
Would it be possible to get outside of the cage, like here, where my character is now?
you'd be next to like a 25-foot wall.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, who can cast or who has used magic device?
Well, I'm sure they can cast. Why would you need magic device?
I need someone to cast a scroll on me. In my hiding spot. Because it doesn't last. How long does it last for again? It lasts for. To my next attack. So I just need someone to cast it on me before I go up to my hiding spot.
Okay. I'd say you could take 20 on a UMD if someone has it.
And also, I want to buy the greater arrow as well.
The greater one?
Can't casters use scrolls for free without the UMD?
If it's on their spell list.
All right. Okay. Well, good luck. Hope this works.
Yes.
All right. Does anyone have UMD? Acro or Susan or Zakana?
I mean, is it a wizard sorcerer spell only?
It is. Yep, sorcerer wizard.
I don't have it.
All right.
Yeah, I think you don't need UMD to use something that is within your spell list, though, right?
No, you don't. I don't believe so, anyway.
I would say even though Akio's not here, you probably get him since it's the next day. You probably get him to cast it before he's off doing other stuff or she's off doing other stuff,
Is UM
and like
UMD
cast it for
20
your
enough?
next attack.
Grizz can cast it too.
Oh, Grizz too. Yeah, I would say you could definitely do that. They like just take 20.
Perfect.
All right, so that's on your next attack. With that being said, any more plans before we want to put our people on the map and get to it?
Do we all have to go in there?
Unless you're like hiding outside, like the archer.
Yeah. I'll be hiding outside as well.
All right. Cool.
So just for when combat begins, I am prepping my attack for after he casts his first summon spell.
Okay. All right. So. One second. Let's get everything set up. All right. As you guys approach your side of the Devil Dome, Susan, they would let you inside the bars just over here. The crowd seems quite divided on its loyalties. First, there are those who are just like cheering for the reigning champion, Thrax. It's like, Thrax, crush him, summon the devils. But then like you hear like other excited murmurs in the play, talking about like, ooh, you know, the players of Larazad are here. Like, they survived the Opera Mortalis, and they're here to challenge the reigning champion. So there's sort of an element of excitement around that as well. All right. If we want Susan's token over here, and want everyone else who put their character where they want to be, Malachi is ostensibly like 200 so feet away up in the buildings. Are you there, Justin?
Yeah, sorry. I'm setting up my character from all the additions of equipment.
No, you're good. Just want to make sure I wasn't dropping you when you weren't there. All right. So Malachi is like wait. I'll put Malachi. I'm just gonna put your token like over here, so you can add yourself in when we do initiative.
Yep.
But you are about from to shoot him somewhere between one increment to the second range increments, like between 150 to 240 feet away.
Okay.
All right. So with that, where's my thing? Put Baron Susan out front here, just in front of his partner. And we have Zakana outside, sneaking around. We have Archer up top. All right. So we are going to roll into initiative, and the initiative order will kick off once his first summoning spell is completed.
So would you like me to roll as well?
Yeah, you guys will roll in as well, but you do have the ready to action for once the summon begins. Your readied arrow shot will go off.
Okay, cool.
Let's see. So first we got Thrax. Thrax is gonna get a even 10, and his devils will act on his order in this, just to make it a bit quicker. I'm gonna roll for how many he gets off with this first spell.
Susan is gonna buff up a little bit.
Yeah, you can definitely get some buffs off as you're even as you're getting ready in like the waiting room, quote unquote. So you can buff up with what you want. I'm just gonna put them on the map for when your guys' buffs are done. But on a scale of 2 to 5, he is going to split the difference and summon 3 Lemure demons. Or Lemure devils, excuse me, not demons. Demons, they'd be much more chaotic. Alright, so
As soon as once Susan pre-buffs, he's gonna sort of stare down this guy, and then as soon as he starts seeing him, like wave his hands all magicalified.
yeah, oh yeah. You can see like dark red arcane runes begin like spiraling in the air around him as he casts the summoning spell.
Susan's gonna drink a potion of enlarge.
Oh, baby. I'll immediately buff you up. The crowd like goes wild as they see you just like swell in size and the devils appear. Sorry, what were you saying, Zakana?
No, I wasn't put in initially. 32,
Oh, okay, there you go.
26 fine as well.
All right. And then
Mine didn't go in either.
oh yeah, you just gotta make sure you click the token before. I'll add you in though. What did you get?
20.
20. All right. All right. So first things first. Susan, you get that enlarged person off. You grow. The devils appear. Malachi, your readied action is gonna go off. You're gonna get that shot, and then if you want to avoid detection, you have to make a stealth check once you shoot.
Do we need to make it stealth first?
Let's see if you make the shot first. Because if it's bad enough, you might just miss the dome and ping off one of the outside things.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my ability, perfect strike.
Ooh. Hell yeah! Draws back the bow.
Yeah. So I can make my attack roll twice and take the higher result. If one of these rolls is a crit threat, the other is using my confirmation roll.
Okay, interesting.
Yep. So, here we go.
intense. Okay. So I guess just click it twice because the second flurry one isn't at your full BAB, is it? Oh no, it is. Okay. So those are the two rolls, 28 and 21.
Yes.
Okay. So.
But I also have True Strike.
All
So
right.
that is 48 and 41.
God damn. Okay. So even with the cover of the dome, like the metal pieces and the cover of the bars, a single arrow, you draw back the bow, test the wind, and let the bow fly.
That was a nice little arrow sound effect, Ben.
Thank you. I was getting it lined up for this. That's gonna be absolutely a hit. So first things first, Thrax is gonna take. Is there any bonus damage on the perfect strike, or is it just the like more chance to hit?
It's it's a better chance to hit.
Okay, so he is gonna take that 16. And the greater arrow. What was the will save on that?
You didn't tell me what it was.
Okay, let me. I still have it pulled out. Give me one sec.
Okay.
That was the greater arrow of hushing, which is a DC 16 will save. Oh, it's for 5 rounds. That's fucking brutal. All right, I'm gonna roll this publicly, because if you can defeat his devils, then he can't summon more. The match is ostensibly over. So I'll tell you right now, this man needs to get a 10 or higher. It's an even 50-50. Do a d20 and roll 20. He does, unfortunately, resist. But give me that stealth check. As he just, like, the arrow goes off, like, sticks into his chest. He, like, staggers back, like, looks around. All right. So there is a penalty for perception checks from a certain distance. You are a certain distance away right now. This is going to be with the arena guard stats on a perception check.
Okay.
With the distance penalty, you are safe. You like duck behind the remnants of an old chimney. The crowd like goes wild as they see the champion get shot by an arrow, and as the guards like look around and can't see anything, there is like no foul called, and we go into initiative order. The match starts. So at the very least, he is already damaged. That is going to bring us into initiative. That was a cool plan though. That was an awesome snipe.
Yep.
Zakana, you're up first. You're outside the dome right now.
There's no way to get into the.
No, these doors are technically leading out into like other buildings.
Right.
You could try to like sneak through the building's corridors and make it there.
Is it possible? Like, how would that work? Like,
you would have to make a stealth check to get out of like the center of all these buildings where the stadium is unseen, and then probably another stealth check. It'd probably take 2 turns to get through the hallways to get to Thrax.
okay, cool. I'll do that. I think that's probably better.
All right, make one perception check here. Or sorry, stealth check.
I already have a potion of. I already have a potion of invisibility on. Is that gonna make a difference?
Yeah, you could drink that, and then it's just straight move action. That is a huge difference because they can't see invisibility necessarily. So that is a wall moving. You get a flat plus 20. So make a stealth check with an additional plus 20 on top. So barring like a nat 20 or some crazy success, yeah, neither the guards nor the crowd see you as you begin to sneak out of this walled off section of street, like all the buildings around it. And next turn, you'll have to make another stealth check to try and get in closer to Thrax. So that brings us to Malachi again, who is still out in his sniper perch, has not been spotted yet.
Yeah, I gotta risk it. We're gonna attack him again.
All right. Is this with the like double roll?
You know what? Yes, I'm using another one.
All right. Bow draws back. Go ahead and make the attack roll. 27 is gonna be a hit even with cover. Arrow fires off. Again, he takes another 12 in. 12 damage, and he is just like roars in anger. He's like, cheats, cheats, and the crowd's all like booing him, like, ooh, no proof, no proof. Make a stealth check, see if the guards spot you this time, as they like desperately look around for where the fuck these arrows are coming from.
This time it is a flurry of blows, though.
Oh, are you doing? Oh, you're doing the full flurry. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
You're gonna kill this guy.
1, 2. Are you hasted? You're not hasted right now, are you?
No.
Okay. The other two are like the first one makes it through, but it bounces off his armor.
Okay.
You realize that it like glows brightly. He clearly has some sort of like magical protection spell on him. And the second one is gonna ping off of the metal bars. So those two are not gonna hit him between cover and just his armor. So he just takes the one shot. Acro.
And you want me to stealth
Oh
roll
yes,
there again?
stealth check. Ooh. There might be narrowing in here. Give me a sense motive check on them, on the guards, as they like are scanning the building tops. You think that was extremely close to them spotting you, and more shots are going to continue at like a higher risk. They're like narrowing in on where you are on the rooftops.
Fair enough.
But Acro, it is your turn behind Susan here.
Okay. So Susan, how often do you think you can pass a DC 17 Fortitude saving throw?
How often do I think I can pass that?
Yeah.
I would need to roll a 2.
Jesus,
Okay.
fuck, I love Paladin
Then
so much.
if the only thing that I can do in this combat is do dazzling displays to intimidate them, but they need to be within 30 feet. And
Oh,
thanks
that's
to the
fine.
weapon
Yeah,
enchantment,
I can wait.
if they fail, then on that DC 17 fort, then
Do you
they
want
get blinded.
to
So
like ready an action for when they get closer?
can I ready a full round action?
You can just move your place in the initiative,
Yeah, you
right?
could also just fully delay.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'll delay until Susan.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you at 8 instead of 18 here. All right. So on his turn, with the yell, he's gonna direct the devils forward, and he is going to start casting another summoning spell. Let me just double check how much movement the like improved Lemures have. All right. They are all going to double move, running up that ramp and coming down the other side. You can clearly see that these ones are like, they are still like those weird balls of flesh, but it seems like a lot of the flesh is like scabbed over, almost giving like more armor. And he continues his spell to try to summon the next wave. That brings us to our supersized Susan. Actually, hold on. That was the wrong distance. They would be able to get within 30 feet of you for sure.
All right. In that case, I'm going to use my reach to advantage.
Oh fuck! Hell, dude, that's so epic. You draw this like your sword is fully doubled in size. You have a great sword, right? So that's normally, I think a normal great sword is like 3 to 4 feet long. So you just have this enormous like 8-foot long fucking buster sword.
And one quick change. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm gonna try to hit one of them a couple times.
Which one are you gonna go? Left, middle, right?
Pause.
Yes.
I'm actually going to do rage first.
Everyone sees like the veins that are actually like showing on your neck and in your face, the areas that aren't covered in just this like heavy plate armor. They see your muscles just bulge. And they're just like, yeah, kill them! Get the devils! When you guys
There we go. Now here I'm gonna try to smash it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. How far did you move? Did you move? I think you moved 10 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so just the first. A 23 is going to hit, though. With 33 damage, the first Lemure Demon is cut down in half.
And the second attack.
Well, you'd only get one if you moved more than 10 feet.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay. Yep.
But the blade just bisects him with this crazy amount of strength and just the size of your sword. Acro, you gonna go off with that display?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will do intimidating display.
Holy fuck. This is a DC 17.
Good God, man.
Yeah. Actually, that should be 2 less because of player target, so 46.
Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, it's a DC 17 fortitude save, but that's only for Susan because it's within 15 feet of me.
Oh,
But the
that one's
intimidate goes out to 30 feet.
And it's demoralized, right?
Yeah.
I mean, these things are probably demoralized for as long as they're fucking alive. It's every 5 past.
There's an extra round.
Yeah, every 5 past next round. Okay, they're intimidated for a good long while here. The crowd briefly like falls down to a hush as Acro does this insane display with his weapon. Everyone's just like, oh, like realizing like how powerful you guys must be to like be this successful and like survive that play. It didn't really hit them before. You see a lot of like money quickly changing hands, like people try to change their bets.
Oh, we should have totally bet on ourselves.
It's not too late.
Acro, as you see the crowd all look at you, you're the one with the best view right now because Susan's fighting the devils. You have the most calm perspective. Have Acro give me a perception check on the crowd. All right, 22. You see a familiar figure in the front row, just over at the midpoint of the stadium, over on this side. I'm going to make her bigger so everyone can see. She is incredibly ornately dressed, this crazy, like, feathered outfit. It takes you a second, but this is Shamadi Drovenge. This is the one that you guys talked to at the party but didn't influence. But you did figure out that for some reason she was watching the lot of you. She also left the party early.
Okay.
You see she is like actively like in the front row of this fight.
And she's got that whole peacock thing going
Oh
behind her
yeah,
too?
she's got this insane outfit. And like it's weirdly even more gaudy than she was at the party. It looks like maybe she was holding herself back there. But now, like, it appears. I mean, she clearly does not care about, you know, attention at this point. All right. With that being said, as you spot Shamadi Drovenge, we're gonna go back to the top of the order to Zakana, who's still invisible right now. Go ahead and make another stealth check as you start entering these like dark hallways that are like, you know, the inner workings of the stadium, trying to get to the opposite one. 49. Zakana, you did talk to her. She was the one that was in like the bottom right of that like fountain room.
I should have went back to her.
None of the guards see you. You're gonna only be able to get to him on this turn, but you are now within the room behind Thrax. And now that you're so close, I'm gonna give
Can
him
I
perception.
drink a potion as a action? Or... Perception.
It would have been stealthing there. Would have been like the full turn basically, getting through all the halls.
Okay, cool.
But he does not seem to notice. He doesn't turn around. He seems like dead focused on casting another spell. So that brings us to Malachi. Malachi, are you trying to just like lay low and watch, or what's your idea here?
Go and bet. Go and bet.
Up to you. Malachi, Hellcat, you good?
Did Malachi fall asleep again?
No, I'm here. Sorry. Headset was
Dude,
on.
I was about to put you on such blast if you fell asleep again.
Can I make it into the stadium right now, or?
I think if effectively you're just taking the run action, you could make it into the stadium after you had to climb down in 2 rounds to get to because you only have to make it to the front office. That's where the bets are taken.
Okay, I will also.
Oh wait, do you have slow fall?
I do.
Okay, it would just be what you could get there next round as you just do some full crazy monk shit, like trailing your hand wall runner style down the building as you just slide down towards the front entrance.
I can also increase my movement speed by 20 feet
Jesus fuck.
or more if I want to.
You as you're sliding down, you pull up like a monk, kind of like kung fu hand sign in front of your face as you channel your ki down into your feet. And as soon as you have the people look over on the street who are just random passers-by, see you slide down a 50-foot wall like it's fucking nothing, and just sprint toward the front entrance in an inhuman speed.
Awesome.
Dude, monks are fucking rad. Holy shit.
Yes.
All right, so that is gonna make it to Thrax again. He hasn't been shot at or anything this time, so it doesn't take a concentration check. He's going to roll again to see how many of these Lemures he's summoning. This time, it is going to be the full 5.
Did you ever place lemurs down last time?
Yeah. Can you guys not see them? They're over here.
I thought those were the original. What about his first turn?
No, that the first turn,
Oh.
Oh, wait, yeah, I did the math wrong. Because he got to summon them first and had another one. Okay, so this retroactively would have been that one. I'll put them right there. So those were his 2 biggest ones. He's down to smaller summoning spells now. He's going to summon another 2 on this turn. So I'm going to move these guys up behind the first wave. Some of them actually are going to probably split, or no, they're probably just going to bum rush Susan, honestly. I think he's pissed right now. He's been shot by arrows.
And I'm back.
And there's going to be, welcome back, and there's going to be 2 more that he summons this turn, which appear at the bottom of the ramp. The first 2 are going to get to 5-foot step in, and they're going to full round attack Susan. So what is your AC right now while you are enlarged and raging?
17.
That's lower than normal at least. All right, let's give him some rolls. All right, so this is gonna be 2 claw attacks from each of them, so 4 claw attacks total. Lemure 1 rolled a 1 and a 4. As he tries to just claw at your leg plates. The next one is going to be a hit and a hit that time. You are going to take 14 damage as this thing's enhanced claws begin to tear into various gaps in your armor. But that is going to be all that this guy can do, and all his Lemures can do this turn. Susan, back to you.
All right, Susan is going to attack, and I'm gonna full round attack. But if
first
First
guy
attack,
dies,
okay.
go to next guy.
Right.
Classic. Do it. 23. 23. I mean, this guy's strategy is just to bum rush as many as possible. That being said, that means that these guys are basically cannon fodder with two, like, shoom, shoom, two fucking slices. You just spray, like, black devil ichor all over the stadium to much cheering from the crowd. And Acro, if you're still keeping an eye on her, Shamini Dervenge is kind of, like, in the back doing one of those, like, light, like, golf claps. Just, like, you know, being very fancy, but, like, reveling in the bloodshed. I'm going to start stacking bodies out of the way, but do you want to take any movement? Take a 5-foot step?
No. I'm gonna let them enter my threatened area.
Fair enough. All right, Acro, are you doing another display?
I don't think I'm in range. Yeah, I'm not.
Sorry. They should be one farther forward. They should have been able to get within 30. Again, these maps are so old that, like...
If they were there, I would take a 5-foot step back.
Okay, all right. So you 5 foot step back. That's totally fine. That's my bad. Again, these maps are so old, they never did a digital version where you can remove the grid, and maybe that's something other people can do in Photoshop, but I'm not that good at it. So the grid is throwing me off. Okay, so go ahead and make your intimidate check on these guys. Jesus fuck. Literal devils of the pit, like the foot soldiers of hell, look over at you and just like, even though their master has ordered them to stay quiet, in Inferno they're just like, oh, like, I'm glad he's not in the ring with us. Yes, brother, he is very scary with that weapon.
Susan will need a fortitude save as well.
Alright, sorry.
I believe in you, Susan. You just perfectly working in tandem with Acro at this point as you guys work to demoralize and then slay these devils. Zakana. You're still invisible. You're behind him. He's like right up against the bars. What's your plan here?
Drinking a potion, what would that do? Is that a swift action?
Unless you have, there's a rogue talent that makes it a move action. I think normally it's just a standard.
Oh, it's a standard action. All right.
Yep.
I'm not gonna do that then. I'm just gonna let's see the distance.
He's
5 feet?
about 10 feet from you.
10 feet.
15, I think. It's like one square square. Let me see. 15. He's 15 from you.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna just move to him and attack, I guess, from behind.
Okay. Go ahead and make a... if you were still trying to do this stealthily, you're going to need to make a stealth check as you try to hit him. Let's do the attack roll first and see if it connects.
Are you doing non-lethal?
So I'm doing this one.
Oh, it's with the sap. Yeah. Sap is automatically non-lethal. All right. That is going to get through. Again, the way that non-lethal works, you have to accrue enough non-lethal that it exceeds his current hit points. So that's 20 non-lethal.
Yep.
It does not currently exceed it. My
invisibility is gone as well.
Your invisibility is gone because you've taken hostile action. Ooh. He turns around briefly and kind of like glances at the crowd. Can't see you from this angle. And he holds up his staff, which you can see is just like this beautifully crafted mithril staff with like rubies inset at the top. And he's just like, you shouldn't have come to this side.
How much health does he have? Oh my gosh.
But it's not his turn yet, so he's not gonna do anything at this point. Malachi, you fucking like kick in the door to the front office, and one of like the clerks there is, you know, like there's a bunch of people around him like running bets, passing him like slips of paper. What do you do?
I want to place the bet.
It's like, all right, how much? Who are you betting on? He's like, you know, rapidly like writing down things on a chalkboard, changing the odds.
I want to do it against the what would it be
Against the champion, right?
yeah, against the champion.
All right.
What are the odds?
To not make myself sound stupid, I'm gonna say that he gives you the odds and you understand them.
Yep.
Ha ha ha.
Hold on. I'm,
Yep.
I'm googling boxing odds for betting rules. Okay.
If it makes you feel better, I get call and check in poker confused all the time.
Okay. Oh yeah, dude, me too. Okay. So people, all right, judging by the way people are favoring it, for every gold piece you put in, you could potentially get 3 gold pieces back if your team
So
wins.
3 to 1.
Yeah, 3 to 1.
3 to 1.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see you typing that, but yeah, I was reading through this blog.
I'll drop 10K.
Holy shit. You just like take up this huge sack of, you see the other people like, this isn't a high class sporting events by any means. There's like, maybe like the highest wealth people here, like middle class merchants betting like a couple hundred. You put down a full 10K and everyone else just kind of goes silent for a second as the bookie's like, yeah. Oh, he like puts it in the chest for safekeeping. And other people begin questioning their bets like, shit, should I not be betting that Thrax is going to win? All right.
No, they obviously should not.
You get that insane bet off. This is gonna
So
be,
Zakana might die right now.
huh?
Zakana might die right now.
That's true. All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay. What is he gonna do?
I should have perceived. Like, I thought he was.
Look,
near-
you went to
near death,
1v1
close to a-
the enemy. To be fair, he is low health. Like you could have knocked him out potentially. All right. He points his staff behind you and fills the rest of the room, except for where he is, with a cloying, noxious cloud. And he's gonna roll defensively. To cast defensively, excuse me. That is gonna be a success. Zakana needs to make a fortitude save. All right.
Nice job.
As you smell this like horrid mixture of like rotten eggs and boiled cabbage, you almost start to throw up, but on a 25, you managed to resist. Had you not, you would have been fully nauseated, meaning you couldn't take any actions but move actions. He is gonna scowl at that. And as the gas fills the room, there's a pop of air as all the molecules that are being pushed away by his body clap back into place, and he vanishes. Have Zakana make a perception check. You hear a slight sound in the distance. You think he's out in the hallway right now. That being said, it is still his devils. They're going to go off the last command given. So all of them are going to run up on Susan, trying to surround him. Do you have combat reflexes?
I do not,
Okay,
but I can
so-
take one, right?
Yeah, for sure. First one is going to be this guy, as they are trying to like surround you and flank you.
It's only that top one.
Okay. Through that, you managed to kill that one. So you immediately again just cut this one's head off in this crazy powerful strike. The other ones are gonna advance. They do not have pounce, but they are all gonna make one claw attack with flanking. All right, so it's gonna be 40, 20 total. It's a hit and a miss, and then A hit and a hit. So 3 hits. Where's my other die?
Bring it on. Come on. I ain't worried about it.
Basically, like, to you, it's just all these crazy, like, fleshy devils start, like, crawling up you, trying to claw you. You are going to take, let's see. 19 damage as I start to claw all over you. And then the other 2 are going to move up to that spot past the ramp. Which brings us to Susan. You got 4 surrounding you, 2 more on the way.
Oh, that 18 might not hit.
That 18 is not going to be hit, actually. It bounces off this, like... Their scabs literally, like, form into, like, the shape of a breastplate. Bounces off this, like, hideous natural armor on the second guy. But the first guy... which one are you targeting? I assumed the leftmost one? Trying to, like...
Yeah, leftmost.
Okay, that's at least going to remove flanking for this big boy over here. Potentially the other guy. So that is another one down. Brings us to Acro. Acro, you now have... These ones are all still demoralized, but there are 2 more in range to demoralize now.
Yeah. By any chance, did you factor in that -2 to hit?
I did. It was only with... 2 of them only hit because the flanking canceled out the -2.
Oh, okay.
They did get lucky with that one.
Does demoralize also affect their AC?
I think it's just
No.
chance to hit.
Yeah, attack and skills.
Yeah, and skills.
I'm gonna move.
These
over
very
here.
dumb devils are not doing a lot of skill checks.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a 5-foot step this way.
Okay.
To the side, and then I'm gonna do the full round 2 dazzling display against them.
Okay. Ooh, and
2 of them are in range.
Ooh,
to
yeah.
get
Okay,
one.
so that's DC 17 Fortitude.
Yeah.
Your mace, like, or like flail swinging through the air, starts to glow, not with like the sunlight of Susan, but with this like strange corrupted moonlight of Grotus, like this gray glowing aura, and both of the ones in range are blinded.
Oh, speaking of sunlight of Susan's greatsword, while being enlarged, is also glowing very brilliantly, as if from the sun.
Oh, just it's beautiful. The crowd like to see you guys like this like combination of like armored fighters, one intimidating people, one's huge. Their weapons are glowing with magic. They are all just like at this point, the majority of the crowd is cheering for you guys. All right.
As it should always be.
Hell yeah.
As a bear, I deserve loyal and
one of them's like, who knew barons could fight like this? Like, yo, I want to go to their barony. Zakana. So you're in the room. You know he. It sounds like he was in the hallway you came from, over this way, like to the right. Are you trying to follow him or just like piece the fuck out?
Good question. Hey.
You would know that like either the double doors or the western doors, those would both take you away from him.
Away from him, like away from that dude.
Yeah, you know, he from the sound of whatever strange ability he just used, it sounds like he appeared somewhere in like this hallway.
Okay, look, guys, there's 2 things I can do. I can either like go into the arena and like, you know, turn off the lights, cast smoke and stuff, or I could chase that guy. What do you think I should do? Hey. Well, I'm on my own, so I guess I can't meta games.
yeah, you can't meta.
Well, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
What
All right.
would
Look.
what would your character do? Is a big thing.
Yeah, do you think Zakana would just like want to survive or like want to try to take home like the win here?
Yeah. Well, she did a perception check earlier.
Yeah, she knows he's somewhere in this hallway over here.
Did he look like he was low on health and everything? Did he look like he was pretty beaten up with the 2 arrows and like clubbed to his head?
I would say with your perception check, I think you would think he is. If you could get, it would be close. One more of those sap swings might knock him out, but it also might not.
Okay. Yeah, but the thing is, those swap swings need sneak attack as well, so it's close.
Yeah, you
But
probably
I've
wouldn't be able to
long
sneak up on
swords.
him. So it'd just be a regular sap swing.
Zikana's gonna move out of the room towards him.
Okay.
Just a move action first to see what she sees.
He's over here in the hallway.
Is he invisible or did he teleport?
He did some sort of teleportation. Not a full spell, but he did like a ability that is similar.
Right. Okay. Zikana's gonna. I think. Okay. Just remind me on how in non-lethal works. It's even if I do lethal damage, that crosses. But as long as the total amount is.
Once you
Well,
do enough non-lethal that it equals whatever his current health points is or exceeds that, he's knocked out.
Yeah. But he already has non-lethal, right? So he will. even
Yeah,
if
right
he
now
uses
he's
longswords,
taken
he will
20
knock out first.
non-lethal. So if you add on whatever you do here and it exceeds his regular health, he'll pass out.
Okay, cool. Well, Zikana's gonna free round drop the steps. She's gonna drink a potion of hay.
Okay? You
Actually, hold on. That's one move action. Yeah, I'm gonna drink a potion of hay.
that would be a standard if you did the
Yeah.
potion.
Yeah, well, there's nothing more I can do because I moved already.
Okay.
So, even if I
So you
moved
drink
some
potion of
more-
haste. You are enhanced by that spell, starting to speed up as he's looking at you. Malachi, what do you do now that you're just kind of like in the building? Made your bet.
I guess I'm gonna go up to the spectator area and go watch.
Okay. Say I'll move you on to the right half of the spectator stands. Alright, it's gonna be his turn. He sees you drink that potion of haste. What else does he have prepared right now that he's gonna try? He is going to hold out his staff and fire what looks to be a like bolt of acid at you. Range touch attack. You take 8 points of damage as Zakana, and you see that the acid is still like eating through your clothes.
Got it.
All right, and then to the Lemure demons. And this guy's on the clock, because if you guys can kill all his demons and he can't summon any more quick enough, the match is over. So 2 of them are going to move up. Hold on, let me get these bodies out of the way. So basically, one tries to go all the way back here. So that would be your op attack, and the next one's going to go there. Um, 21 is going to hit. You take out the back one. It's just another sword slash. Cut this dude up. The others are going to attack. There's a 50% miss chance on the blind ones. They are just going to swing for where they think you are. Where's my other D10? There it is. Both fail because they are blind. And both of the other ones fail to penetrate your armor. So no attacks land.
Oh, okay.
That brings us back to Susan.
Susan's gonna take out the guy on left and the guy in front,
Hell yeah.
or he's gonna take out the guy on.
Just the left. Yeah, the left one goes down. 12 is not going to connect, but the other one is fully, again, just like you basically just cut straight through the top of his head. Acro.
You know the drill.
Okay. These boys are very demoralized. And I think this guy's just out of your range. Yeah, 20 feet. Zakana, you are hasted. You are, however, dripping with acid. You're gonna take another minimum damage, another 2 damage of acid damage.
Got it.
Is your turn.
I move and attack, I guess, with my longswords.
Okay. You can
Not
still
your
have
sap?
them be non-lethal. They just take a -4 to hit.
No, I'm gonna be lethal.
Okay.
Just because it would do the same without.
With one hit,
13.
that's going to drop it by
Single target.
13, which almost makes his hit points equal his non-lethal hit points, but he is still conscious.
Do I get another?
No, because he moved more than 5 feet.
Oh man.
Malachi's still watching.
Mhm.
This guy's...
Actually,
Okay.
is there any? Can you do a perception to see if there's any way I can find a spot to shoot from?
Okay, a perception check. I'd say with a 20, you wouldn't be able to find anything that's not, like, already obscured by the crowd. Or, like,
Cool.
be seen by them. Okay, so... He already used that. This guy's fucking burning through spells right now. He is going to 5-foot step back, and you recognize the spell immediately because you just cast it on yourself. He is also going to cast Haste on himself. And then his 3 devils that are left. 2 are still blind. 1 on a 99 on the D100 is going to get through the potential attack and utterly not penetrate your armor. Other one miraculously also gets through the 50% miss chance, but on a 2 on the dice does not penetrate your armor. And then finally, the one that can actually see on an @1 does not penetrate your armor. As they just
Man,
claw
I'm hoping to use cool
ineffectually.
paladin spells, but no. God, I want these guys to hit me. Suck.
Well, unfortunately, they're not this time. And Zakana's distracted the guy, so he hasn't got any more out there. Susan, your turn.
That should get 2 of them.
That is indeed going to get 2 of them. Which 2 are you going for? Alright, first guy. This one. Alright, there's only 1 devil left. The crowd is getting hyped up right now. Acro. This thing is just, it hears like the whirling of your weapon and is just like yelling out prayers and infernal to Asmodeus. Zakana. Oh, and yeah, 30 absolutely beats 17. You resist the effect.
5-foot step.
All right. So let's take it 1 attack at a time. You can roll the multi attack, but we'll presume that if you knock him out on one of them, we'll just stop. Okay, so with his new haste, 23 is actually going to bounce off of him.
Yikes. Okay, so is there another attack I can do?
Yeah, you can full round attack this time.
There you go.
24 is his new AC, so that is a confirmed crit for 23 damage as the blade cuts through this guy's belly. It doesn't kill him. That brings him down to 8, and his non-lethal is 20. Thrax passes out. Falls to the ground.
Awesome. Cool. That was tougher than I thought.
Good job, Zakana.
Good job.
Malachi's viewing, I assume still. Thrax is down. Which means his last devil is going to just desperately try to take a swing. Actually is going to hit despite all the chances. You're going to take another 7 damage to Susan. And with that 7 damage, back to Baron Susan. The final blow cuts this devil down, making a grand total of devils. You defeated 10 in the arena. The crowd is going wild. 2 rounds pass as Zakana probably just pieces the fuck out of there. Since he is unconscious, he
Toss
cannot...
him into the room? Like, just because...
Well, if you get caught, remember, like, dragging him, it'll void the match.
Well, I'll drink the potion of invisibility and peace out.
Alright, you peace out invisibly. He can't summon anything for the next 2 rounds, which means that despite the fact that he had summoning spells left, he has forfeited the match. and the crowd just begins to cheer and like roar. Fanfare goes off as you guys win the Hellcallers Cup.
Excellent.
As is only proper, because I'm Baron.
Additionally, since he is still alive, instead of 1 fame point, you guys are going to get 2 fame points.
Whoop whoop. So that makes us to 10, right?
Yep. Or is it 10? I thought it was 8 now.
8.
8.
You said we were at 8, right? Or
Oh,
no?
you were
No,
at
we
7
were at-
with the Baron
yeah.
stuff I added.
Okay, so
So
then
9.
9.
9. We were all wrong. Good job with math. Everyone, I forgot to. All right, so you guys have
Math
9
is
fame
hard.
points. You guys would receive this beautiful trophy from Rance Luca as you guys exit the stadium. It's like a golden goblet with like a pair of devils just bare knuckle boxing on the side of it.
Nice. I go collect my winnings.
All right, you get an insane 30,000 gold back.
Awesome.
Holy moly.
As you guys leave, like, hey, you know what? I gotta live up to my end of the deal here. I'll show you to the room with Galfien's statue. Leave you to it.
Oh, thank you.
All right. So, give me 1 sec to show you guys the statue. This is probably the last thing we do today, but
The acid damage didn't continue, hey? It faded off.
this is art from when he was first petrified, which is why he's on the side now, but this bust is upright. And you can see like the logo on his badge. So from when it was identified by your Pathfinder adventure captain you guys were talking to, you would know that you guys, if you light one of the grave candles, you have 5 questions you can ask Gelfine.
Wait, he was turned to stone, wasn't he?
He is, but he's still dead because he was shattered. And these
Oh,
candles,
he was shattered. Okay, sorry.
so these candles function as long as there are like remains nearby. That's all you need. So like,
I'm assuming we can't bring the statue with us.
no, he did. I mean, you could try to sneak it past him, but it's heavy, and he did just tell you guys you could have like the time with it.
Yeah.
All right. What are we gonna ask, guys?
Well, I guess what does he know about the area we're going to?
All right, you guys light this candle, and purple smoke begins to billow out from the wick and forms into the ghostly upper half of the man in the statue. This is Gelfine, the venture captain of Delvehaven. I shouldn't be here. I've already passed on. What would you ask of me?
Susan nudges Malachi.
What do you know about what's the name of this place again?
Delvehaven?
Yeah. What do you know of Delvehaven?
He, you see, like, ghostly tears, like smoke drip out of his eyes. He's like, it's where I met my lost love, Coriana. It's also the center of Pathfinder power in Cheliax, although that's all about to change.
What's about to change?
With the great god Aradin dead, the city is in arms, fighting left and right. It was all I could do to put what protections I could on the lodge.
What are those protections?
The primary protections that I put in place are a series of defensive spells on the grounds. If you do not step carefully along the central path leading to the front door, if you deviate, you will be put into a bubble of time and teleported away, sealed. That's 3 questions. I got 2 more.
I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's tricky. It's hard when you're on a question limit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure what else we can ask him. I mean, we know about.
But you've got information on some of the other people. You can ask about them. You can ask more about Delvehaven. Whatever you guys think, really.
Is there an easier way to get into Delvehaven?
He shakes his head. The front door is the best way in. You must say the Pathfinder Oath.
Guys, do we know the Pathfinder Oath? Or would what's her name know it?
Yeah, she would.
Okay. Well, we got one more question.
Ask him what the oath is.
You can ask him directly.
I mean, yeah.
Up to you.
I mean, maybe it is different than the one she knows. So, unless you guys have a better question to ask.
All right. Sounds
Okay.
like that's the one way. He tells you, he tells you a couple of sentences that are not only about like the explore, cooperate mantra of the Pathfinders, but he actually tells you the specific Delvehaven oath that was taken when Pathfinders joined the roster.
Okay.
So he says with that the doors will open, and as he gives the 5th question, the candle like burns down to a stump, the rest of the wax melting away, and this smoky apparition vanishes. Now, before we end for the day, Lourdes did drop you guys that item earlier, and that was going to be part of the prize for the cup. They dropped another one as well, so we got 2 random drops. Acri, the last one. Susan, you want to do this one?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Do you want to have a chance for weapons and armor, or just do wondrous?
God bless America. I go to change the tab, and then I accidentally close it.
So you want to just do wondrous, or basically
yeah,
it's like if you include the other stuff, it's just a D3 before the D12 to see if instead you get armor or weapon.
Let's make it interesting. I'll roll the D3.
Okay. So 1 is armor, 2 is weapon, 3 is a wondrous item. And then we shall go from there.
Wondrous anyways.
All right, fair enough. Go ahead and give me the D12 roll then. And then a D100. All right, 10, that is going to be shoulder slots. And that is going to be an 18. Bit of a standard item, but a boon nonetheless. That is a Cloak of Resistance +3.
Ooh,
Very
Right.
nice.
that's nice.
Hell yeah.
And just what a +2.
All right, with those rolls.
Wait, hold on. Sakana. You bought a +2?
Did you not craft it,
Wait,
Sakana?
how do you? Can you craft
Sakana.
it? Oh my gosh, what can you craft and what can't you craft?
Just
You can
everything.
craft
Everything.
literally anything with magic except rings right now, and rings will happen in 2 levels, buddy.
All right.
Well, I used it this fight already, so it's fine.
Be that as it may, we'll stop there for tonight as we're at our time. But we're probably gonna take some time off here. I'm gonna post a calendar in the Discord server later of like what games are running what days for the next few weeks, as it's getting kind of confusing. But apart from that, that was a fun session. I'm gonna run one last ad here, and I will see you all later.
Hold
Have a
on.
good one. Thank you. Oh.